Did you hear the vibration? It just sounds like one like when a character makes impact.
Mm.
Yeah, that's I be hearing that all the time on your live.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, maybe it might be rubbing against something. I don't know.
Mm.
So it sounded like my ball mouse.
Yeah, it be going off all the time. I literally every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, he's probably on the game. And most of the time when it happens, you're normally like less engaged.
I'm really been. Yeah, I ain't gaming this time.
Hey there, y'all open?
Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good man.
Just zeroing in on this topic real quick. Do we mourn for the selfish reasons? The majority of the time, uh, I think most people mourn, and I guess not say I don't want to say the selfish reasons, but with the thoughts of the regrets of the time that was not used properly. Whether it was like not going by and say that final goodbye when something told you to go by and check on them, or when it was like, man, I can't believe we spent the day arguing over that. Out of these 10 years together, I spent time not fully taking advantage of the person that I come to find out that I really will miss. So I guess you can say that if you put it that way, that we mourn in the signs of regrets, and then a lot of times we mourn because it can be therapy. You got to get them out. You can't hold it in forever and ever. So the advice that I would give to someone to help overcome grief is to never let go. Honestly, the body may be gone and buried or cremated or however you choose to do that part, but the spirit is always there. So I'm speaking from a widower perspective. Uh, I still hold on to the spirit of my late wife, and I find it uh, peaceful when I talk to a spirit. I struggle with saying that, hey, she just sleeping until the second coming or whatever the religion beliefs of others. She just walk and talk with me. I might can't see her, but I can always feel the spirit of her presence. So it helps with the grieving process and the pain that comes along with losing a loved one. So there are different stages. Some stages early on, like I say, it hits you. You start thinking about all the small time that you let get by, uh, never knowing when a day may come that we leave this earth. We realize that we leave a lot of time uh, unused properly. So the best thing I can advise to anyone that may be grieving is uh, don't allow it to be a reoccurrence to where every time you lose someone, you're in the same cycle. Just take advantage of those that you love dearly now, and to the one that's already gone, never let them go. You can just still talk to their spirit. That's what I have.
Right, for sure,
That was
man.
so beautifully said, I have to say. Like,
hmm
seriously.
Yeah, what you got for me?
I can definitely relate to this because my auntie recently passed away last week and it was pretty hard on me. Let's see. We mourn for selfish reasons the majority of the time. I can't speak for anyone else, but I can definitely say I wasn't mourning or I'm not mourning for selfish reasons. I miss her dearly. I miss her laugh. I miss, family get-togethers and everything like that. That was like really, really important to me.
Isn't that selfish?
Yeah. And just like, cause she was my grandmother's sister, and just hearing my grandmother just cry and wail, like it was pretty taxing on me because I heard the news like when I was at work and I straight up like bawled. Let's see. Why is grieving healthy? I think grieving is extremely healthy. It gives yourself a chance to really just go through the motions, you know? Unfortunately, death is inevitable. Everyone's going to, pass away. But we definitely have to kind of like gentle parent ourselves in a sense, if that makes any sense to you guys. We have to treat ourselves with so much respect, especially with our mental health and everything like that. That's extremely important during the hard times, when they're not here physically. Are there really grieving stages? I definitely think so. I don't think everything is like, in order. I definitely think people use different coping mechanisms to deal with grieving. I don't think a lot of people use the best mechanisms, to be honest, but there definitely are stages to this before you can really accept that they're not here physically. And then, when can grieving hurt or become dangerous? Can you guys hear me? My connection is not the best.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. When can grieving hurt become dangerous? I feel like when you start to involve like mental spiraling, when that starts to happen, when you start to add different vices like drinking or drugs and stuff like that, when you add that to your grieving, it's doing nothing but hitting down at you. A lot of people try to drink to forget, but oftentimes it just makes you remember and go through several loops in your head of I could have said this, I could have done this, why didn't I do this. A lot of people kind of use it as like an excuse as well to like kind of manipulate others, I've noticed too. So yeah, let's see the last one. What would be your best advice to overcome grief? Live in the moment. And like the gentleman said up there, I'm very sorry about your late wife passing, but you are very correct. This body is nothing but physical because all of us are spirit. Although the body may not be physically present, the spirit will always be present and listening, always. So that's the best way that I could say is speak to them as if they're there, whoever it may be. Just say, hey, checking in, what's going on, and do your best to not add any like negative vices, drinking and all the other extra stuff. You don't really need it. Go outside, take a walk, punch a pillow, but please do not turn to terrible substances to try to get over that hurt and grieving, But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Just to re-chime in and fill the space. I did it. I did that like when I first had to face reality the first time. I tell the story often in real life. The first time I grabbed me a bottle, it was like after the service, and I just wanted to start sipping the bottle and just trying to get my mind wrapped around it. And I give my pops a lot of credit. The first time he indulged with me, he helped me through the bottle. About the second time, he just politely took a shot. Like, I'll take a shot, but I ain't gonna sit up and drink all that. By the third time, he was like, he good, and I don't need it either. And I really am thankful for him because that was my way of trying to numb the pain. And since that moment, I tell those that lost loved ones that you can't drink it out of. You just got to go through it, man. You got to go through it. You got to go through those little boohoo nights. You got to go through those, those the memory lapse of this and that memory. You got to go through it. You can't run from it. And again, it get better over time. I we got 3 kids, and my kids, they characters, they real life characters, and I can see myself laughing, and I tell them, to the spirit, like, your kid's crazy, just like she there, or like if they doing something else, they be like, man, it's kids, but yeah, grieving is the real thing, and like you say, death is inevitable. We all gonna go through it, but it's just that time we never know when. So that's why you have to always capitalize on the precious moment that we get each day. And I'm learning that more and more as I get older and go through what I go through, that each day really is a gift. We always make plans for the year ahead or the month ahead. Sometimes you gotta take advantage of that day. I'll be 40 at the end of this month, and one of the things I put on the calendar on the refrigerator was a check mark by the 40. Like, I just want to make it to 40. That'd be an accomplishment, but I can't guarantee it. But just check in at 40. So, but yeah, life is a precious gift, y'all. Don't never take it advantage. Don't never take it for granted, I should say.
All right. You get what you got from me, Ashley?
Thank you for letting me up, host, and then hello to the panel. So do we mourn for selfish reasons the majority of the time? I actually don't think so. I believe that a lot of times when you feel the strongest about situations like that, it's when you think about their children or their parents, like how other people are impacted by it outside of yourself. So that's why I don't think it's a majority of the time. Why is grieving healthy? Grieving is healthy so you won't like ignore certain things inside of you and things start festering. I believe that grieving is something that is a process that is very beneficial to you, like continuing. Is there really grieving stages? If so, what are the stages? I do think there are grieving stages. So, according to my knowledge, it's denial. And then the next stage would be like anger. And then the stage after that would be, oh, I could have did this, or I should have did this, like trying to gain control. And then after that, it's depression. And then after that, it's acceptance. When can grieving hurt or become dangerous? I think if you become dormant in one of those beginning stages, then it could definitely become dangerous. What would be your best advice to overcome grief? I would say if you are having moments that seem very unbearable, I say go seek some wise counsel. Go seek assistance. It's okay. We're all learning. And if you don't have the tools you need, you have to learn them. So I definitely say go out and seek some wise counsel to help you get through those stages. That's what I say.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right. Joey, what you got for me, man?
Am I in the wrong place? I'm sorry. I love the prompt. By the way, I'm half Asian and half white. Is that okay? I realize how weird that question is. Like it seems like I'm being weird about it because I am.
Just answer the
Like,
question, man. You'll be
okay.
alright.
I feel like mourning is and probably should be a selfish thing to do because it is us reacting to the loss of someone that we give a shit about, someone that we care about, someone that made an impact on our life. And yes, it's selfish because we deserve that time to love, respect, and remember a person that is no longer here with us. And grieving is healthy. It's something that, if you're not grieving at all at the loss of somebody that you cared about, and I don't mean like that person that you didn't, really feel anything about, because I've had relatives who were bad people, and when they passed, I didn't celebrate it because that's awful, but like I also didn't feel anything emotionally, because I don't think that's healthy. Like you don't, celebrate the life of somebody who is a bad person. Grieving stages is just a generic formula made up by people way back when. All of those things you could feel, and you could feel none of those things. You could feel one or two of those things, and that's just as fine. Your grieving stage is based on you and what you went through and your relationship with that specific person. So stages kind of feels like you have to go through these like certain steps in order to like successfully grieve. That's not a thing. It was just a generic outline that people took way too seriously. Grieving can become painful when it becomes all controlling. When all you have is grief and sadness, that's where it becomes really unhealthy for the person, and eventually it becomes unhealthy for other people. Whether it's, if you lose a husband, for example, like your children are going to feel that. But then if you don't manage to make it, to the next step of the grieving process, whatever that may be for you, then they start to suffer because all they see is sadness and they see depression. And unfortunately, sometimes, as we've seen in the past, it turns into other things. It manifests other bad properties. And then as far as the last one, what would be your best advice to overcome grief? It's a thing that unfortunately is not available to a lot of people, and it's therapy. And therapy can come from a lot of different places, whether it's, a close family member, a friend, or, genuinely an actual therapist, which is, what I always suggest, because it's what helped me. It took me 1,000 tries to find the right person, but I was able to deal with my grief and deal with my problems because I had somebody who was educated enough and wise enough to be able to handle those things. But it is a process, and ultimately I honestly believe that it is a little bit selfish, but it should be. You mourn because you actually cared enough about this person that you feel a certain type of way, and I think that's okay. But it's when it controls your life and controls, God forbid, your children's life, it becomes a problem. And I think in a healthy situation, if you can recognize that and seek that help and, hopefully get that help, then, maybe there's a chance for you to get better and do better and, help them develop a healthy relationship with grief.
Interesting. Baby, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to mute Joey because his TV loud as hell. I'm like, how old are you? Only like the old people listen to TV that loud. That's crazy. Okay. Do we mourn for selfish reasons the majority of the time? Yeah. I mean, yes, because we're gonna be in our feelings, and it's really all about us and how we feel. So, and thinking about what we will be missing from that person, and so, yeah, I'll have to say that most of the time it is about us. Because for me, when I think about someone leaving this earth, if they had a decent life and they lived a long life, I look at it as them receiving peace, from this life. Like I look at the afterlife as something good. So, yeah, so I don't really see a big reason for mourning.
I do.
Yeah.
I
Um,
feel like
no, sorry, hold on one second. But it does happen. I think it happens naturally because when my best friend passed away, um, I did have like a few moments, like where she came to my in my dreams, or I had a moment where I was hyperventilating. Like it was a song that came on, which was uh, I was born by the river. What was that one? Mm-mm.
mm,
The one that's like.
I know the song. I just don't know the name of it.
I remember.
Like
It's
the
been
The
a
Rick,
river,
the Rick, the Rick,
I've
Rick,
been
long,
Rick, Rick.
running
long
ever since.
time coming. But I
Yeah.
know a change gonna come. Yes, a change gonna come. And the reason why that made me tear up is because she did have a schmug problem. Like, well,
Mm.
so she had three children, right? She was a single mother, and when I met her, we met in
You told me that
volleyball.
story before, babe.
Yes, I did. I did, my love.
Hey, I don't be remembering nothing. I'm sorry.
I have a lot of stories. I've lived a life.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so so
Maybe you did
she
that one of them nights you crammed me up. All right.
yeah, no. I would have saved that one. But yeah, she had three children. She was a single mom. When I met her, we met at volleyball. She was very active. She was a great mom, very involved in her kids' life. Her kids were doing a bunch of stuff. And she was an amazing mom. And come to find out, when she told me her backstory, she actually lost her kids to the system before one time. And then she got her kids back. So she was a recovering addict, right? And then but when I met her, she was doing so well for a long time. And then her ex boyfriend, or the children's father, one of the children's father, he came back into her life, and he came out of prison, and they rekindled, and that's when everything started going downhill, and she went back into doing the schmugs, and then there was domestic violence. And so I was the one that was like making sure the kids were okay. Like literally her boss called me, and she would fake injuries, like, oh, I got bit by a spider, but it was her ankle. So she was like, I can't come to work, her ankle was swollen, and she said it was a spider bite. But me and her boss are looking like, that doesn't look like no spider bite. And she wasn't answering the door for people, because I would come to her house whenever I feel like it. So the reason why that song really hit me hard is because when I look at some people and they have such a struggle when it comes to life, do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like she didn't reach that moment of true peace on earth. And I felt bad the way that she went out, you know what I'm saying? And so that made me cry, and I literally I thought I was gonna pass out that day. I didn't even know those emotions were gonna come up. They just come up. So I think grieving is just natural. It's just a release of emotions. But I didn't. That was the last time I cried. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I look at it as like, if she didn't get peace here, I hope and I pray she gets peace in another world. And
And
so.
the songs kind of hit you a certain way because it's wild, because like yours is very beautiful and very spiritual, and like the one that hits me is from Gorilla Zoe, of all things. Like we listened to this song religiously. It was I Got It. And we listened to that song, I swear to you, 4 or 5 times a day. And we'd just be in the room chilling. His name was Delavis. He was my boy in the Marine Corps. And I remember I got him. It was I swear to you, I promise this is not a racist thing. It's just what he used all the time. But I got him a bucket of those little tiny, what was it? The little lotions that he used all the time. And he's like, yo, I'm not okay right now. Like, this is because I hadn't thought about him in, probably a year or so. He made a not great decision on the 4th of July. And I'm not sure I'm quite over it, I guess. You know what I mean? Um, he was just such a good dude. Like, he had a wife and a kid, and there was just a lot going on. Um, a lot of bad decisions made by his family, and he made a decision, and he's not here anymore. But every once in a while, I'll pull the song, especially like Marine Corps birthday. I pull it every single time. And I pour him his favorite shot, and I just sit and chill for a little bit, because I guess that's how I cope with it. And I guess that's okay, because that's my way of grieving.
Definitely okay.
And it is selfish, but I think it's beautiful, and I think it's respectful to do that, for whatever it is for you, whether it's, your mom, a sibling, a friend. I think it's good to let that out, but you have to process that, and I don't think I probably have, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so I think when you have dreams, I heard somebody say when I first got on here about like grieving and dreaming, I think they tricked us out of like mourning. Like, so I know there's a big group of people that like don't want to say good morning for whatever reason, because they feel like history has tricked us into
Grand Rising.
yeah, grand rise and all that crap, right? But I feel like it is a very important thing that we mourn when, if our loved ones did what they were supposed to do, we have a legit memory of them. You get what I'm saying? So when we go to sleep at nighttime, and so I was incarcerated for 4 years, and my dreams were so vivid that it wasn't even funny. Like, just not being able to, smoke whatever and do whatever. It felt like my mind was super clear. My dreams were just super, super vivid. So it's like I actually got the chance to grieve my loved ones, and that was like the only like peace I could find, was like going to freaking sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So what?
no matter what situation, and that's the only like peace you can find. So it's like I see my great great grandmother and stuff like that, and it'd be like she was right there, and it's like I could remember like and say does she know she's dead? But I like didn't want to mess up the situation. You know what I mean? And it's like I could sit there and like enjoy my grandmother. You know what I mean? I feel like if I had got deep into it, try to ask the questions and stuff, then I'd have woke up and messed it up or something. But it's like I got to, just be in that space with them to basically grieve or mourn. So I did wake up and had a good morning. So if someone say good morning, it's like I did have a good morning. You know what I mean?
Hey, I was about to say, what makes a grieving or mourning so important?
So basically, that's what I was kind of trying to say for real. Is like when some people believe in reincarnation, some people believe, information that is passed on from your elders, or I just know I believe that your dreams are for a reason. Every religion or pantheon or whatever talks about dreams and stuff that comes from dreams. So it's just like I feel like if you're seeing, if I the way I see my dreams and really feel them, can taste stuff and really like feel like you're there in that moment, who's to say that's not another round? They tricked us into believing that our dreams are just us closing our eyes and thinking, I guess, or whatever. But that might be something else that we have not got put a name to. Like, so it's like my mind is like super and very just open and waiting for for
Yeah,
everything.
so yeah, if you believe in all that, why mourn? What's the point of mourning?
So that's what I'm saying. I guess we gotta get a definition to what people see as mourning.
Yeah, I was
So
about to say, yeah, tell me that. Tell me what
yeah. So
what makes
that's what
mourning.
I'm saying. When people say good morning, some people see it as a bad term. Some people, I'm trying to get people to, I guess, see it as a somewhat okay term, because back in slave times, whatever, I guess slave masters, they say that slave masters used to use it to, like say good
Wise,
morning.
give me a second real
That's what
quick,
I'm.
man. I just want to see what you
I'm trying to
personally
explain
think.
to you.
I don't want you going to past stuff.
I gotta explain the whole thing. I'm almost done. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, in the is history behind that for real, for real. So people are trying not to say mourning or whatever. So um I feel like that it is vital to mourn. A lot of people do not, get over their past loved ones, like a homeboy or the guy that was just speaking about his loved one for real. If he has good memories about this person and he goes to sleep and he's not shunned away from, going into his dream and really thinking and hoping that he sees his friend and not saying, all right, that's childish or whatever. He can really lay back. He only got time to himself and he really can just get into his mind, go to sleep and think about his friend, think about all the good times he had, and damn, they can smell him, touch him, feel him or whatever, enjoy his time. That could be his morning. You know what I'm saying? He woke up. That's morning. He just mourned.
Wise, can I ask you something?
Good or bad. Yes, sir.
When you finally, got through your shit, you were in the hole. Just dealing with it.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you felt something? Like for real, for real. Like you've had loss before that, I'm sure, right? But was this the first time you actually had to sit down with your shit and just like feel it?
Exactly. So exactly, I feel like every man really has to go through a time of solitary confinement. I'm not praising jail or anything, but every man has to go through a time of separation, and whereas though you can only hear your thoughts, whereas though if you mess up, you can only lie to yourself. And you see what happens when you lie to yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like every man, I feel like that's a pivotal moment in every man's life. I'm sorry that my environment had to put me in jail. Like everyone that knows me would never in a million years think that I would be the one to go to jail. So it was just like, like I feel like the creator had to sit me down some type of way. But I feel like everyone needs that, time of solitary confinement, turning off all electronics, all TVs, all cell phones, all outside voices and everything, and just, being to yourself.
It's weird because it's like you can only experience that situation once you're alone with yourself.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, I be alone every day, bro.
Yeah, it's a different alone for real. Like I just said, without your phone, without like fasting, right? So that's like a form of forced fasting. You know what I mean? I can't get the JJ. I can't eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it for real. I gotta basically force myself to sleep when I don't want to for real. You know what I mean? Like it is a whole. You basically been thrown back into pre-K. You know what I mean? Like nap times and all types of stuff, bro. It's horrible. You are in hell on earth. Everything is cold. Everything stink. Everything is metal. Like so, yeah. It's something. It definitely.
It's a lot.
So you told me like I do like that you gave me history and examples and stuff. I was just trying to see like if you can enlighten us on the different forms of mourn or the way you mourn. Right? Tell me have you mourned before or grieve? What the grief? Huh?
Before, so for real, I feel like I didn't even pay attention to death. It used to brush off me like it was just something that happened for real. But
wow. So you speak for everybody else?
What the heck?
Say it again? Oh my bad. I thought you were asking me. Go ahead.
No, but he asked you, how did you mourn? Like, have you mourned someone? Yeah, how did you mourn?
Pretty sure. Right. I mourned before I was incarcerated. I feel like it wasn't like a thing. I feel like I used to tell people I don't do good with death and because I feel like I used to have to make myself cry. You know what I mean? Like I lost my great grandfather and my grandma running around the house crying, all that other stuff, and I feel like I had to make myself cry. And me and him were super.
Here's a better question right here. What's the difference between crying and mourning?
I mean, I don't know. For some people, I feel like crying is your body releasing emotion. You release an emotion, and your body has a reaction to your emotion for real. I don't know how that sounds.
That's a question.
What happens? Different stuff makes you cry. You can laugh and cry for real. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, before you ask him a question, let me get Hazem in real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Answer this question, like.
Hazem, what you got for me, my brother?
Yeah, I just joined. So the question is, do we mourn for selfish reasons the majority of the time? That's the question we're on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mourn for selfish reasons for the majority of the time. I wouldn't say in what context do we mourn. Are you talking about do we complain about selfish reasons majority of the time? Because mourning wouldn't apply to that, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know.
So whatever point of view that you see it as.
So I say, do we think about like ruminate about our selfish reasons majority of the time? Like I feel like in a way you have to be selfish to proceed with your life, to get somewhere with your life, because if you focus on others, then you're not progressing yourself. You know what I mean? Unless you're already set and then you can help somebody else. Like yeah, that's okay. But as in like loss, how do you handle a loss? Everybody handles it differently. You know, some people get shocked. Some people just get depressed for like a year straight. Some people, you know what I mean, just barely think about it and just process everyday life. It depends how close the connection was, right?
Okay, I got you. That makes sense. I can get the closeness of the connection. All right.
Yeah.
Did everybody get them? What you got, man?
I did not.
No, I want to answer that question you just asked. Right. Um, Mourning. You said what's the difference between mourning versus crying,
Yep.
right? So in my eyes, crying is definitely the expression of the feeling that you feel for the person. But I think mourning is more of when you sitting in that room and you looking at all the things that they wore, touch, you smelling it, you holding it. Mourning is
It's,
sorrow. You sitting up here reminiscing
it's the next level,
about
right?
all the things that you done been through with the person. Whether it's a hairbrush that they use, whether it's their favorite
Do they go back to
cologne,
that word you use, which I believe that's gonna be the word of the night, though. I like the word. Is it gonna be that word dwelling?
Yeah, I
dwelling,
was ready to
yes.
say, do you think that's mourning or
Yeah,
dwelling?
I found that was the. I think that was the whole. I think we done summed up the whole night when you use that one. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what makes it a choice. And Ricky, yeah, but keep going. I ain't want to.
But yeah, it's
Visiting the grave is
I
one
used to look
thing.
at
Sitting at the grave
I
forever
used to
is
look
not
at
the same.
mourning like crying.
Digging the grave up or something else.
You said what, Joey?
Wait, what?
All right, I mean, when you visit the grave, it's to respect. When you sit at the grave forever, it's a permanent thing, and that's where we have to draw the line. Is that yeah, this was somebody I loved and somebody I cared about, and I'm here to visit, speak my piece, and I might visit again, but if I hang there
Yeah, I like
all
how
day
you did
long,
that.
I'm not going anywhere. And it's
I
hard
feel wrong,
because
you
I
know?
mean, like a parent is a huge thing, a grandparent's a huge thing, a child. I've not experienced that, and I can't imagine. But like that feels like a permanent thing.
I can't wish that on anybody.
But if all you do is sit there, you're not going anywhere, and nothing's going to get better, and nothing's going to get easier. And I don't think my situation got easier. I think it got quieter. I think
This
that's
is
the best way I
calm.
could put it, is that it got quieter, not better. He's still there. That's still my boy, and I think about him. I actively try not to think about it as much so I can do my daily things. But he's still there. That's my
So
boy.
your son died or your friend?
There's a buddy.
Oh, your friend. Damn.
But
I
I
got
think
some dad friends
You
too,
can
bro.
visit the grave, but don't stay there.
yeah,
You got things to do, and they want you to go more.
I just think the flip side of that is ignoring it. You know how people just,
Yeah.
I got yeah,
I,
just act like
I
it
think
didn't
that's the
happen and
best
stuff
way.
like
Basically
that.
talking about sweeping under the
It's the
rug.
best way to ignore it. Just get busy with life, everyday activities, whether it's
I
I
don't
feel
think
like
you
work,
that's
should
going
ignore
that's
it.
that,
bad.
that's in your subconscious. I feel like that's going to cloud your subconscious. It's going to come out in some crazy way when you cannot even, control
It'll
it.
eat
You're
you.
on autopilot or something, and it's going to come out. Your
Yep.
subconscious definitely going to eat you. That autopilot going to take over.
But sometimes, like let's just say, depending on the circumstance of the death, like let's just say you're probably, if somebody was sick for a long time, you're probably happy that they passed, so they're not in pain. You know what I mean? So there's different ways to look at it. You know.
Point of view, yeah, I get you on that.
But if it's like somebody that died early, young in their life, okay, that's a completely different type of, you know, like mourning.
Some people are selfish actors.
Everybody.
Let me get real quick, y'all. Let me get Sam in real quick.
I'm so happy you did that because a lot of people just let people keep on talking when somebody new join. But hey, how you doing?
What's up? Your name look familiar. I gotta figure it out. I've seen your name before.
Who the GOAT?
But yeah, is this conversation surrounding people passing away or like just any type of situation you have to let
Whatever
somebody
you
know?
perceive it as is whatever you will come to mind.
Okay. Do we mourn for selfish reasons the majority of the time? No. Why is grieving healthy? I mean, grieving is healthy because it's a part of the process. If you skip grieving or if you try to skip grieving because you never really skip it, then you will end up doing negative things to try to get over something before it's your time to. Is there really grieving stages? If so, what are the stages? I mean, first you have to come to the reality that whatever you're grieving is gone. I feel like that's the first step, the realizing that it's not coming back. That's like the first step, and a lot of people become delusional. They don't want to see what's right in front of them, so they tend to act like it's not happening. And that doesn't mean that it's not happening. It just means you're being delusional.
Now, you got two requests down there. Two people will ask you to elaborate on that first answer.
Oh, okay. What answer? Do we mourn for selfish reasons the majority of the time?
I was half paying attention, y'all. What I missed it.
Yes.
Like, no. I said we don't mourn for selfish reasons the majority of the time. A lot of the times, all the time, we have valid reasons to be mourning, and I feel like society have a big part to play in how we view ourselves when we are going through stages of grief. You know, they want you to believe that you're supposed to just get up and move on with something, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to have those dark days, and that's normal. There's nothing wrong with dark days.
Can you explain how do you mourn unselfishly?
Well, I guess you go through your process without making it anybody else's fault. Especially if something happened to somebody that you love, maybe in a very violent situation, where their life was took from them. Instead of you wanting to point the finger, even though you can point the finger in that situation, you look towards how you get over it without making somebody out to be your enemy.
Right. So, Sam, I think you're explaining exactly what an unselfish reason is. Very well. So it's unselfish.
Say that over again. What was unselfish about? Which part?
Answer the opposite.
Like,
what's selfish about it? I mean, I don't really want to say that. I don't really want to say what's selfish about it because I don't really think you can grieve selfishly unless you're making it somebody else.
I don't think you can grieve unselfishly. It's the opposite with me. That's weird.
Oh, okay. Well, that's you.
Yeah, cause it's like your feelings. Like, let's say the feelings, right? How your feelings?
Well, I wasn't finished answering the questions.
Popcorn.
Yeah, that's cool though. I don't know if you're on a mission or not, but no, I think we all trying to have a conversation. Huh?
I wasn't finished answering the questions.
That's cool. I'm gonna let you get to it. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
I think some of us just want you to elaborate because this is actually a teaching type live. This ain't a express yourself.
Well, I thought that you wanted people to come up here and answer the questions.
Go ahead, answer the question.
Yes, you got to get to it. The question is not going to leave you. It's not going to leave you.
Because sometimes people jump in and stuff, so I just wanted to make it clear.
Oh, no, I got you. I ain't going to let them cut you in because I just I'll ask people questions and why they going and stuff or whatever. But yeah, I was just trying to figure out from your point of view because I hear you like you talking real fast and stuff. Because sometimes people talk fast, and I'll just be like, "Dang, what are they saying?" So I'll be really want to understand.
I didn't know I was talking fast.
Huh?
I didn't really know I was talking fast to you.
Yeah, I'll be having y'all fast talking. Like, why?
Am I
I don't
talking
know. You
fast
hear
or
us
you
talking,
too
man. That's
slow?
Why?
crazy.
Why?
I'm sorry. I'm so
You
sorry.
good?
How can I ask a question? I'm in the middle of answering a question. That's funny.
You right. I zoned out, bro. I zoned out. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm about to grieve now.
I went. I started watching TV. Go ahead.
I just feel
But
like
no, I
sin
was
is
just trying to see, like you were saying, what's up, straight facts in the building. I was trying to just see, because you were saying, what's the ways of how you can, grieve unselfishly once again? I just want you to break it down a little bit more in detail.
I
How do you make
mean,
that happen?
grief is not selfish in itself. Like when you think about grief, there's nothing selfish about it. It's a basic
Yeah.
human feeling. So why would we even put selfish with it? Like
Yeah. So
how would grief be
whose
selfish?
feelings are those?
Because it's a personal journey, right? It's always about the person who's grieving. So how would that be selfish in any way?
I just
I
feel
think
like too
that
much of
I think
anything
the
is bad.
phrase selfish
Because that's not
sounds
selfish. That's not
negative.
a good word to use. That's actually a very stupid word to use in this conversation because there's
Right,
It's
nothing
right.
too
selfish
much.
So
about
I
I
grief.
think
kind
the
of
word
didn't understand the
No,
I
question.
I
think
did not ask that
selfish
many
seems
people that.
negative
I'm
for
trying to
her.
really hear what she's saying though. Like, she said
She's
she
not
feel like
wrong.
it's. She said she feel like it's stupid. Right? It's nothing. I don't. Do you feel like selfish is a bad thing?
It's not that it's a bad thing. It's just it's not a good word to use in this type of situation because
Okay.
grief is not
Oh,
selfish
I
at
think it's
all.
a.
I
Yeah, it's a
agree.
good reason why. Dog, somebody got one more time, dog. For real, I'm trying to be nice. All I'm trying to say is that I think that we gonna figure. I mean, like we gonna get to the root of why I say selfish, right? Because I realize the more selfish a person is, or the more that they keep centering it right to themselves, the harder it is to get over this grief. That's one thing I had noticed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, and the reason why I say that is because even though you saying that it's not, but if you hear when we use grieving, it's about I and what we could have done and a lot of times we will project what another human being may have could have did from what they could have been big and all this other stuff. Like, I mean, well, and I think a non-selfish way would be like, well, I'm happy that that they no longer suffering or something like that. Like, because a lot of times people usually like say if somebody, and that happened to me recently, right? They be like, I don't want to pull the plug, but pulling the plug can help somebody, not suffer no more. So it's like you're in the middle of fighting selfish and selflessness. You see what I'm saying? So your heart is like, man, I don't want this. Is the person was so connected to me and all this other stuff. But then the selfless thing to do is like, I don't want to see them suffer anymore. So you have to pull the plug. You see what I'm saying? The difference with that. So you see what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
not grief though, because grief is after the dying
I'm not
process.
saying that's
Because when
grief.
you say grief, like when you say it's grief selfish, you're talking about after the process. That's still
That
going
was
through
an
the
example.
process. So that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I know it's not the same thing. It was okay. I think you
But
just,
it
but
can't
it's
be an
cool. You keep
example
going.
if it's not the same thing though. You know, it can't be an example because you're talking about
I got you. I
the
think everybody
decision.
else got it though, but you can keep going though.
Well, no, because like I got what you were saying, but at the same time, when you're talking about the grief process, that's after someone is, passing away. That's
Yeah, I
after
got
someone
you.
has passed.
I got you,
So
bro.
I like to be terminology. I like to use the correct terms.
I got you. I got you. You got it. But you can finish answering the rest of them, I guess.
Yeah,
What'd you say, baby? What'd you say, babe?
I was gonna try to help and explain it a little differently, but yeah, if
Go
you
ahead,
want.
babe.
For the
Go ahead. Go ahead.
terminology. Sorry.
No, because even in passing, when we're thinking about like when we're grieving, we are grieving for self. Like we're not thinking about how I can only use myself as an example, okay? Because when I think of someone passing away, I think of it as a good thing, because I think of the afterworld as peace, and it's not the easiest to find peace in this world. So uh, that's just how I look at it. I don't really look at somebody. I look at what is helpful to that person. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that's all I'm about to say. Yeah, I think that's good. Like it's the opposite way because like you only why would you cry, right? Why would you extend this feeling when you know this person is at peace or when you know this person played their part? Because like you ever notice with the grieving, right? It's always like an anger behind. Why would you be angry if it's not selfish? You see what I'm saying? You would have no be the reason to be angry if it was
That's
selfless.
not the same thing. That's not mutually exclusive, because you can definitely be angry about something, and you are valid for that. Like, nobody should be able
That
to
was the
tell you
example
that
I
you're
gave.
not valid to be with it, regardless if it's an example or not. You have to realize that as human beings, we are very multidimensional. So you can't say, oh well, I shouldn't be angry somebody's born because they're not in pain no more, because I'm a human being at the end of the day. So that's a selfish way to view grief, because grief is not supposed to be judged. It's supposed to be understood.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
you
anyone
can
is saying
tell.
that I don't think anyone is shaming anyone for feeling grief. That's a natural thing.
Well, if you call it selfish, then you're shaming it.
It's calling it what it is. Like
Well, it's not.
It's
It's
not
very much
selfish.
shaming it. But I
Wait,
wanted to
that's
finish answering
shaming.
the
If you
The
call
question.
definition
somebody
is for
selfish, that's
self.
shaming it.
Oh,
No,
hold
it's
on,
just
because
for
everybody
self.
trying to talk.
That's
Y'all want to
shaming
touch
it.
my food.
Right. I wasn't
I
gonna finish
mean, you
answering the
guys
question.
can look
So
at it as shame, but I mean, if you just look up the definition, I don't know. It's just putting yourself first.
Right.
well, can I finish answering the questions?
I'm gonna be real, Sam. We ain't even get down that far.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we really only answer like 1 or 2 questions for real. So
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Hey,
All
left
right, another
learn. Thank you
question.
so
Let's just move on
much.
to
I'm
another
out.
question. Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Always,
All right, Joey, good looking.
always.
I think once we just at least admit, if we can admit instead of playing this, I think that's what help us kind of get out of the grieving stages, right? Or that's what they say, grieving stages. I don't believe in stages, but it get us out that anger, right? Because I don't know, like even though Sam might have said what she said. Regardless, I don't see nobody being angry for somebody that they're happy for. That's an
Well,
oxymoron.
that's the
That's
that's
an
the point.
oxymoron.
That's the point that I'm trying to make, and you can tell who has really been through a lot of specifically like death, grief in their life,
Exactly.
because they will understand what I'm saying. Because death is an oxymoron. It's all an oxymoron. So when you say you can't be both, that's a lie. And I would know for a fact because I've been through a lot of death in my life. If you look at my bio, it says death doula, so I know what I'm talking about from
Yeah, but you might be
experience.
still grieving. You
I,
don't want to admit.
grief
You
is
don't.
not something that leaves you. That's what you have to understand. Like, grief is never over,
Whoa, for
because
real?
you will always miss somebody who you loved.
It depends on the person.
That's
It
mixed.
depends on the person. I have grieved and let it go.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah,
I
can
said I
grieve
done lost
somebody and let
about
it
plenty of people
go,
in my
but
life.
if
So
you
I know the
have
deal.
lost people that's very close to you,
I'm
that's why it's
35
different
years
levels
old.
and different.
no,
It's
baby
different
girl.
stages to this. It's different levels to it. So it
She's
depends
off
on
you,
who
right?
you
Grief
lost.
Too
doesn't
much of
leave you.
anything is bad for you. Too much of anything is bad for you, period. Right?
Exactly, but
So
that's
it
my
has to be
point that I'm
right.
trying
So
to
listen,
make.
right? So listen. So it has to be a healthy balance. So right, they
I never
saying
said it
it depends on the
wasn't.
purpose. So
Why
listen.
are you
So
so
it depends on the
defensive, man?
person.
No, because y'all trying to tell me
Can you
about something
listen
I
real
know
fast?
a lot
It
about.
depends on the person.
Sam,
So
Sam, Sam.
if it's
One
you
thing. Hold on,
and you,
Wise. One thing we don't do here, we don't try to sit up here and tell people that they're wrong for the way that they're
I didn't
thinking.
say you was wrong.
We just trying to get you to understand it's another opinion out there besides yours.
Well, yeah, it's
most
another opinion,
definitely.
but from somebody who has really dealt with it and know it like by
But
like
you
the back of
speaking
my
from an
hands.
anecdotal.
I'm not speaking from an anecdotal
Correct.
because I've
No,
also
seriously.
I also have been in other people's
You
shoes
keep on
within my
saying
development
I
of
though.
that.
That's anecdotal. Your own
But
experiences.
y'all are all
That's
saying I as
anecdotal.
well, right? Because you just said that. Well, one of y'all
I
just
actually
said
was
that
saying
y'all
you.
grieve
I was
and
about to
let it
give
go.
you an example
But
of you.
grief is not something that ever is 100% gone. Because like if you see a picture of like a friend that you used to have a long time ago, you might haven't cried over them in years, but when you look at that picture, you like, I miss those days. That's still grieving. I don't understand what's so
So
hard to
Sam,
understand about that, but yeah.
do you not see your projection, right? Because you got other people that been through some things just like you have, right? And they coming with a
They
different
should know that
perspective.
then. They should know that then.
No, everybody don't have to like you said. Everybody's not. Y'all not the same. You can't put your
Well, I'm just
projection on
saying that
everybody else.
grief is not something that ever just goes away 100%. That's a lie. But if that's what they're
Believe.
saying, then they can say that.
The
But I
You
know
memory
for a
deal with
fact
though,
it
it doesn't just
differently
go
over
away.
time.
I can
Basically, you
clear
deal
it
with it
up.
differently
and
over
It
grief is
goes
meant to
through
be a
different
moment, not
stages.
a
That's why
It's an
I
lifetime.
said
emotion.
grief stage.
Right.
That's why
Sam,
it's
Sam,
grief
what's the
stages.
definition of grief? Like, did you look it up?
what
But
I'm
people are
saying,
grieving.
that's why it says grief stages, because it's different levels to it. Of course, at the beginning it's gonna be like terrible, but
Yeah,
one
but
day it
you
might
saying
It's
be
an
that it
emotion
never
like
goes
anger.
away. No, it
because it
says,
never
hold on,
goes
hold on. It
away.
says deep sorrow. You saying that it never goes away just
That's
by
what I
looking at a
said
picture, you're like,
earlier.
oh, I'm back in deep
That's
sorrow.
not what I
No,
said.
that's
Actually, if
yes,
you heard
it
what I
Nah,
said,
is.
that's
I
You
did
grief,
not say
baby.
that.
you said it
Like,
never
girl,
goes away,
please.
I
and
didn't
it's
say
not. You said it
I'm
never
about to
goes.
argue with y'all in this live.
Yeah, hold on, because it's too much background, so it's like it's kind
Um,
of hard to hear.
Because I never
I,
said that. I said if you look at a picture of somebody that you were
you
cool with, that's not what I said. If you
that's
want to
cool.
repeat what I said, then be very clear what I said, okay?
Yeah, you
What I
said
said
when
was
you look
if
at
you look at a
when someone
picture of
looks at a
somebody from
picture
a
and you
long time
remember
ago,
them.
you might remember them and you might be like, I
Mm-hmm.
miss those days. That's a big difference from what you're saying that I said. So if you want
Exactly.
to repeat what I said, be
Yeah,
clear what I
that's
said.
yeah, it's okay. Like no, like I
Be
promise you. I
clear.
promise
Don't
you.
put words in
I'm
my
not
mouth.
trying to attack you. So
She
what
You
I'm
can't
saying.
attack me. I ain't the one you trying to attack.
Okay, so
You ain't the one.
I said that because just by looking at a picture and having memories is not grieving.
But
Grieving
that's
is
what you
the wait,
saying.
can you
But it
please
has
let no, can
stages.
you please let me finish? Yeah, so when you look at the definition of grieving is deep sorrow, right? So that's why I was saying that there are people like in my opinion, grieving can end, right? There are people who have gotten over the grieving stage. I like my grandma passed. I no longer grieve. Like I'm very happy. Like there's no deep sorrow about it. I promise you. Even if I look at a picture, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy she's in heaven. That's it.
Hmm.
Awesome. I
That's true.
matured for real.
It's,
Yeah, when I
so
matured.
the key thing to get over it. I'm gonna help you all out while the room right here, right? Not to get over it, right? Or not even get over it, to find a way, right? That would be my advice, I guess, since it was already about to be near the end of the light. My advice would be it's about your perspective or how you viewing it. So you know you're not at that same stage of, I guess, or of grief or having grief, right? When you change the way you view the sorrow that you used to view before. Like I said, so that's why I said if you no longer angry at it no more, or I mean you might be sad if you, but it goes back to what man, they said earlier, right? With the dwelling, if you dwell in it, it's gonna come back up. You're gonna, that's what any emotion, anyways. Any emotion is like that. Just like if you get mad at your ex, your husband, all that stuff, and you're gonna try to find every last reason to stay in that mode. So you're gonna add more and more stuff, and you're gonna dwell in it. Where it's gonna force you. You know what I'm saying? That's things I've been
But do you realize
man.
that somebody in the comments literally just said that I see my dad pictures and always cry? Like, so she's saying that, she's happy for her grandmother. Okay, cool. But that
That's
does not
cool.
mean,
You found
okay,
your trauma bond, but I'm
can I
not
finish
talking about. That's
talking?
not everybody
But can
though.
I finish talking?
I'll grief a little longer.
Damn.
Like, can I finish? Anyway, so like I was saying, just because you don't cry and boo-hoo just as much as you did on the first week, the first month, the first year, that doesn't mean that the grief is over. Because at the end of the day, you can see something of somebody, remember something, and it might hurt you a little bit that they're not here. Or in a happy moment, you might get married and you might have wished that that person could have seen you get married, but they're not here. It's different levels to grieving. That's why it's called grieving stages. I don't know why that's not clicking, but grieving stages mean you go through different types of stages.
So you telling me
Yeah,
like
I don't
a
know what y'all
Some
not
toddler
people
could
go
understanding.
from
grieve all their
healed
life for real?
perspectives.
you exactly. You can
There's
go
no
Could
such
a
through
thing as
toddler
different.
heal
healing from
all their
death.
life?
Like
Here's
y'all looking at death like it's something like a
you.
breakup. Breakup is not the same thing as death.
I,
Okay, it's
I
two
was
different
I'm
speak.
trying
things,
to
I
different
was
You
ask
levels.
you,
look
I
at
you
it
was
like
saying
it's
a
the end of
toddler would
life.
grieve
What the
all their
heck?
I was
life?
speaking.
Like
What we're
being
saying,
a heartbroken
what
and
we're
death is two different things.
saying is, nobody is disagreeing that there are stages. Some people stay in stages, and that's
Exactly. I
cool.
never said
Okay,
they
no.
didn't.
But
Unhealthy,
saying,
but
but no,
yeah.
but can I finish,
Like
please?
I never
Can I
said they
finish?
didn't. Why are you trying so
Can I
hard to prove
finish?
me
Can
wrong?
I
Like
finish, please?
I thought
Thank
you were
you.
finished.
I know because you interrupted. So what I
No,
was
because you just
saying,
keep saying the same
oh
thing.
my God.
But yeah, let her
Okay.
finish, bro.
I know. I literally
Okay,
have not.
finish.
I don't know what.
Cause you're
Okay.
trying to prove me wrong, but you can't prove me
I
wrong. I'm a whole deaf
it's
She's
doula.
just
really
talking.
not
She not even
about
You're
trying to
showing
prove you
signs that
wrong.
you still grieving. Like you literally can't have
most
a
Very,
conversation.
definitely.
like
Yeah,
She's
literally,
not
I'm
like
not
trying to
brought up
prove you
nobody that
wrong
I'm
at
grieving. It's
all.
not
She's just trying
necessarily.
to give
definitely.
It's
her
no such thing
opinion.
as grieving being over. That's the problem. Y'all looking at it like it's a
I mean, we
stage
can
like a
hear it.
breakup.
I mean, we can hear it. You
Okay.
literally can't have a
So
conversation.
Okay,
can I
but
just
she's
finish?
constantly saying the
She
same
can,
thing. I
it's
understand what
fine.
she's saying,
I
but
really,
she
it's
keep repeating it. I understand that already. I never
You
said
didn't let
that
her finish. That's why
people
she keep
cannot.
repeating it.
She been finished. She
okay.
said
What
what she
am I
had to say
repeating? What was the
earlier.
point I made? Go
You're
ahead.
you're you're trying to prove
Can you tell
that
me the
grief
point
can
that I
be
made
over.
since you heard
The
it?
point
Well,
that you're trying to
okay, go ahead.
make that you already made 100 times, right?
Uh-huh.
Was you're trying to make it seem as if grief can be over and people get stuck in stages. I know people get stuck in stages. Duh. I'm
So
saying that it's not ever 100% over. Do you understand that now?
Okay, so Sam, I've been nothing but kind. I'm gonna need you to
What you
like
gonna
for
need me to
real.
do? Because you don't need me to do
Nah.
anything
There
but
is
what
a
I'm
Because
doing
time
right
I'm
now.
really
free.
not gonna like it's really not necessary, like for real. I'm
Well,
trying to
don't try to
understand.
check me on something. I know something.
She's
I
not
know
even checking
very,
you, bro.
very much.
This is literally an example of like still grieving. Because I'm
No,
not
because
sure
you're
you
trying to
really should
comfort
not
me and
be
try
on
to
this
check me on
panel. To
something
be honest,
when
you
you don't
should
know
really
half of it like I do.
you should and you know what's funny? Because the thing is like literally some
Speak on
people
what you
take their
believe.
grieving and literally becomes their identity.
No,
Everywhere
it
they go
doesn't.
is it's
It's
a
not my identity.
I'm speaking. It's a competition of I have been through so much more than other people. You're not the only person that has grieved many losses.
Okay,
This is not
Misery
about
loves company.
competition.
it's not a competition.
Okay, so
So what's your point?
because you keep saying that you can't tell me something about what I know.
Because I know it very well.
Yes, you. This sounds like a competition. You know it better than all of us. You do not know any of our
I'm a
lives.
deaf doula, so I study it. What do you do?
You don't know our lives.
Well, are you a deaf
Yeah,
doula?
right. She don't know
Baltimore
us, bro.
City, girl.
But
Wow.
are you a
I
deaf
don't know
doula
what
though?
this
Have you studied
competition
it?
with being the
You the
best
Have you
darkness
knower
studied it?
of
monster or
I'm
mourning.
12
something.
o'clock, boy.
She
But have
knows
you
more than
studied it?
everybody about mourning.
No, because if you
That's cool.
study it, then yeah, you know it more than somebody who doesn't
So you
study it.
think
So
you're
you
Okay,
just
you know
all
say
right,
everything.
everything?
y'all
She
give her
thinks
the
she know
medal.
everything, bro. That's crazy.
She got
No,
it.
I'm just
She got
asking
it.
her, do she
She got
study
it.
it?
Hold
Because
on,
if
hold
you
on, hold
study
on,
She's
hold on,
something,
hold
asking
on,
me,
y'all,
but
because
you're
it's not
not
an
trying
argument.
to
It's not an
listen.
argument. It's not
Yeah,
an
it's
argument.
really not.
it's not an argument. So stop trying to argue with me because you can't argue with somebody who studies it.
Now, you need to calm down before you get dropped for real, because you got a lot of energy for
For
no
no
reason.
reason.
No reason.
But if somebody studies something, of course they know more than you. That's my point.
I mean,
Think
okay,
she got a
cool.
PhD
Okay,
Okay,
in
so let's
hey,
move
darkness?
to
on.
make
So
it
let's move
simple, right?
on.
To make it simple, we're gonna let you stay in your misery. You don't even have to care about the help no more from this point. So that's cool. We're gonna stay off you because it's obvious that you're getting a fuel off this
No,
situation
it's not a
for
fuel. But
you,
my
for
thing is,
us trying to
if
help
you
you be
study
out, be it
something,
from
But
miserable.
she
That's
never
if you
studied our
study
so
grief.
that's
something,
cool though. So
then
if
you
you
know more
believe
than a
people
person who doesn't.
if you believe people stuck, then just stay stuck. Then that I
I
mean, we're
never
no
said
longer trying
people
to help
stay
you no more.
stuck. I
So
never said people stay stuck. I said
okay,
people still
cool,
go
right?
through the
But everybody not about to
stages.
be miserable like you. That's the thing.
Who's
That's why I say
this is the
everybody
thing.
is different. You
Y'all
can't
were
put
trying to prove me wrong when
you
I'm coming
can't
with
project
literally
your feelings on
the
everybody else's
study.
because you having your own personal issues.
No, I'm a deaf doula. That's the big difference between me
You're
She
and
said
right.
that
y'all.
So
four
you need to
times already.
do
So
that with
I
your own
know more
self.
about it. I know more about it than y'all
You
because
did
I
the
studied
study and
it.
then don't even reply to yourself. Like what the
So
heck? Don't you know what I'm
can you
saying?
chill? Because how are y'all mad at me? Because I'm coming with
Nobody
literal
nobody
facts.
made okay, cool,
Y'all
cool.
coming with
So
feelings. I'm
all
coming
right,
with facts.
all right,
Grief is
Jay.
never
Okay,
Move
over.
on,
okay,
bro.
Sam, you got it.
I know
So
I got it. I've
let me
been
get
had it.
let me get Jay. Jay, what you got for me, my brother?
I, I got relaxation, brother. Relaxation. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know about more for selfish reason. I'd have to have more context to go with that to understand, what that means. Um Grieving is healthy because it's a natural process for you to go through the different feelings and to make you analyze things. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, all that. Um yeah, so yes, there are grieving stages. Um Grieving can hurt and be dangerous if you know you you it, you can grieve hard, grieve hard for a relationship ending, and you can grieve. We all know you can grieve hard with death of the non-existence of someone on this earth. It can become dangerous if you're not consulting someone to get help and stay in a real low place. Sometimes even for a short time, but it depends on your mindset. But for a long term, it definitely can hurt you and be dangerous. My advice to someone to overcome grief would be to feel, deal, and heal. Go through what you
Say
got to
that
go
part again.
through. Feel, deal, and heal.
Okay.
Go through what you got to go through. Don't let anybody tell you about how long you need to grieve or you should be over that. Go through the grieving process as long as you need. But if you feel like if you need to let people talk to people, let them know how you feeling, what you're feeling, what's on your mind, so people can be aware of where you are mentally to know with that grieving stage if they need to come to your assistance, because sometimes a person might not even know that they're in such a bad state. So that would be my advice, to to talk to people until their ears fall off, and talk to them until they stop answering your calls.
Listen, Sam.
Hey, one thing we
She did
learned.
make a comment. She said that she can't believe people hire doulas to like tell them how long they'll be grieving. Let's be very clear. That's not what a death doula is. And if you
listening, you
wanted
was
to
in the
be an
comments.
educated
Oh
woman,
my
you would have
God! Why ain't
researched
you hear
it.
what bro said?
No, because she said that she can't believe people hire doulas
heard what bro
for
said
telling them
just
how long
now.
they're going to be
I think
grieving.
you
That's
should
not what a
study.
death
I
doula
think instead of
is.
studying
Go
that, how
study
about
that.
studying the
Go
healing class?
research.
I think you invested
Like
in
the
the wrong
man just
thing.
said, the man literally
I ain't
just
gonna
said
lie,
that
you
you're
gotta
not
go
supposed to
fund me
tell
for
people
healing.
how
I ain't
long they're
gonna
supposed
lie.
to be grieving. The
I
man
think you're
literally
studying the
just
wrong
said,
thing.
no, the
You
man
got
literally just said
be
that
like
you're
a
not supposed to tell people how
healologist.
long they're supposed to be
Bro, she
grieving.
going in right now.
So before you try to speak on me, you need to realize what he just said. He said that you're not supposed to tell people how long they're supposed to be grieving anyway.
What made you invest in that career?
It's not a time limit on it. So
What a death doula.
research before you come for me, because that's not what a death doula is, Miss Rachel. Thank you.
We trying to figure out how much you make a year, death doula.
Go look it up. Stop asking questions on the internet and go do some research for yourself. That's your
On the internet.
How much you know about healing?
What you mean how much I know about him? That's the whole point of being a death doula. See, if you would have listened to understand and not listen to respond and trying to be funny, then you would have got, some knowledge.
I
But y'all
don't think
trying
I
to be
want to study
funny.
that part of healing. Then, if that's the case, that's crazy.
Well
If it
then
makes sense.
that's
girl,
fine.
that
Some
is
people
a
surface
deity.
level. Some people
Baby
surface
girl.
level. I can't help that.
Baby girl, that is a
I mean, I don't
deity
see
trying
how
to
it's
attack
working
you.
though. You're not even
You
proving
better
to me
back
that it's
away from that
working.
dope.
Exactly, Rachel.
Devil
So if you know
worship.
that deaf doulas give emotional support, why you
Nah,
trying
for
to make it
real.
seem like we only tell people how long they're
Devil
supposed
Right?
to be
worship
grieving?
shit.
We
Hey,
can't
Miss
tell people that.
Rachel
You
got
mean
you by a
conscious
string.
support?
You looking at only her comments.
No,
Oh my.
because me and her are talking back and forth, but she's not responding to
She
me
didn't
on the
add you or
panel.
anything.
She
Yeah,
was
tell her.
talking about
Me
me.
and her are
If
talking back
I
and
said
forth.
that I was a deaf doula and she said something about doulas, wasn't that directed towards
Talking
me?
about Yu-Gi-Oh,
So you
girl.
crack medulla?
So why try to be sarcastic? Because I could be very funny.
He
I
was talking
promise you, I'm
about
the funniest
Yu-Gi-Oh.
person up
All right,
here.
we get it. You the
Not funnier
Okay.
than
funniest. You
me.
the most
Not
duelist.
funnier
All
than
that.
me.
Okay. But I'm saying if you be sarcastic, I could be sarcastic too. So
If I
why
wasn't
should
scared to
you
get
say
dropped,
it?
I would fry you and
I
that green hair.
don't
You
know if
can't fry me,
anybody in this
baby.
room
You can
fears
try though.
sarcasticness. Nobody
Yeah.
fears.
That's what I'm saying. Death can be as beautiful as birth. Gen
I'm a
Z.
Not you,
sarc.
Thank
dope.
you.
Say no.
Death can be as beautiful as birth. It can be.
Hey man, and let's look
I
at
feel
it
like
as
you definitely
beauty.
put some
If
curses
we
on some
look at it
people.
as beauty, we wouldn't be mourning as long as we mourning
But
and
Why
beautiful
can't
grieving.
you
things
be a
sometimes
life
hurt.
doula?
But
Can you be a
beautiful
life
things
doula?
sometimes hurt though. I don't
Explain
know
that.
why we're trying to take the beauty out of death
Explain
or
that.
take the death out of beauty. Like it all
The
goes
death
together.
out of beauty.
Explain that. Give me an example.
For example, right?
Oh boy.
You don't never. I mean,
That's how to
if
be.
you don't want me on the live, then you can drop me.
Jeff,
But all the people
chill,
trying to be
man. I'm really trying
sarcastic
to
and
hear.
funny,
Chill.
move around with that. Because if you can't,
No,
if you
that
can't handle
wasn't the
me,
host. Didn't
I know
say
it
that. That
wasn't
was
you. I
just
know
the
it wasn't you. But I'm saying, if these people can't handle me, then you can
worry
drop me
about
off the live
me,
if they
man.
that
Just focus,
offended.
focus on
I
the
can't
content.
focus on you if all the people in the background got
All
something
right,
to
I
say
got you.
too.
I got you. Go ahead, Sam.
Okay. Yeah, so with that being said, like for example, you might not never want to be 7 years old again, but that don't mean that sometimes you think about days when you were younger and you miss those days. It's beautiful, but those days are gone. Those days are the end of those days. That's what I'm saying. It's beauty to letting things go. It's a beautiful thing for somebody to pass away. It is. But who am I to tell you on earth how to deal with that? Because the 3D mind, the human brain cannot wrap itself around something it's never been through. So death is never going to be something humans 100% understand. So trying to tell people that they need to heal over it or they need to have a time limit on it, who are you to say that? Because you don't even understand death itself. None of us do. It's never going to be 100% understood because it can't be understood until you go through it yourself.
We've seen what grief does.
Grief is a human feeling.
So more, yeah, right. But it's a
So what are you
feeling.
talking about?
Feelings are meant to be temporary. I don't know if you ever
Feelings
read
aren't
it.
meant to be temporary
I
when
don't
you're
know if
talking
you.
about just
I don't.
death.
Hey, if
What?
your
Long
duelist
time.
class taught you the opposite, I think you need to stop going.
You don't
'Cause
know anything about that, so don't speak on that, right?
I'm,
Now,
t-
Nobody
I'm
said
just
if. He
asking you.
said
I'm
if.
just saying if
you're not
if
asking. You're
you
trying to
You
be
learned
right
that
about
funny.
everything, bro.
if
Stop
if
trying to be
you
funny about stuff you don't
I'm
understand.
saying if you no because we know feelings are meant to be temporary. There's no way you don't stay happy all
Okay.
your life. You don't stay sad all your life. You don't
That
stay
It's
mad,
not
jealous.
sadness all the
You should
that's
not
time.
a
That's
stay in
why in
fact.
grief
different
all your life.
states.
Right.
I
So
don't
you don't,
understand why
and so
y'all
that means
trying
you
to make
don't
it a
grief all your
bad
life. Grief
thing.
is another feeling.
My thing
Exactly.
is, it's
Emotion.
different stages of it, right? You're never going to tell me
It
that
don't
a
matter. It's
woman.
different stages of happiness too. What the heck? Like,
Exactly. And
Exactly,
anger and
but you
everything
cannot
else.
compare. You cannot compare death to like all this other stuff because death cannot
none
Are
be.
of
you
them are
serious?
comparable, but they
Death is
all
the
supposed to be
deepest thing in the
temporary.
world.
You
Okay, but let
can't
me tell you
compare
this:
the
if a
adrenaline to
child,
happiness to
if a
death.
if a woman, if a
Yes, you can.
woman, okay, hold on. If a
I
woman
think
loses a
Childbirth to
child,
child
she's
death.
never going
Yes,
to
you can.
100% get over that, right? If a woman loses a child, she's never
She not
100%
gonna
going
be
to get
get over
over
her
that.
child being born either.
Wait. That's not the same thing.
It
If a
is.
woman, okay, y'all obviously
It's
trying your
life and
hardest to
death,
try to
baby
be
girl.
funny instead of
No,
listening.
I'm dead serious.
We
It's life and
been
death.
listening.
That's
Dang.
what people do.
It's a
Who can't
conversation,
baby
handle
baby
a
girl.
deep
girl.
conversation.
It's a conversation,
No,
and it's
because you're
life
trying
and
to be
death.
funny and you need to listen. Because let's
All
be
right, can
very
you
clear:
answer that
We
question?
been
a
It's
listening.
life
woman
and
50
who
death.
minutes
loses her
straight,
child.
bro.
Can I talk? Right?
That's not a joke.
A woman who loses her child, she's not going to ever fully get over that.
And the
Right?
woman who
Well,
has a
I
baby will
don't think
never get over
nobody
Right.
that,
ever
baby.
said that though. But
So
grieving,
how can grief be temporary
grief.
if that woman forever will be grieving her child?
No,
You see
that's
how
Because
dumb you
different.
sound? You see
That's
how dumb?
different. You
It's
saying
not different.
so
It's
you're
plain
not
saying
dumb, bro.
different.
you basically saying they will never forget about it, right? Grieving is
No.
you
Right.
need
Oh
to.
my
I
gosh.
could have sworn you took that class, and how they don't tell you the meaning of grief.
The grief process, right, is memory, right? So that's what I'm saying. You're not going to
No.
you're not going
What the
to
heck?
yes it is
What?
because
She should not grieve her child for too
in
long.
order to
It's
grieve something, you
unhealthy
have to
for her to
remember
grieve her
it.
child for too long. It would be
What do
unhealthy
you
for her to
mean?
walk
It
around with
would
a
be
fetus.
unhealthy. But if a
Really,
woman
people
It would
loses
be
her
listen.
child, but
unhealthy
Why
people
people?
for
Hey,
her
look.
to
Why people
stay
don't
at the
grief?
hospital.
Look, why people don't grief them abortions?
it's not a matter. That's not my. I'm not even gonna have this
That would be
conversation with
big
y'all
unhealthy, baby
Might
because
I,
girl.
might I
that has nothing to
interject
do
right
with anything
quick?
I'm
I
saying.
just want to
Might
take
I
my
Okay,
interject?
the blood
y'all trying
pressure
too hard to
rising right now.
disprove what I'm saying when
I
really
Okay,
thought
y'all
you
need to
let me
giving an
listen to what
interject
I'm
answer.
right
saying
quick,
because I have the
Samantha.
most
Drink some
knowledge
Let
on the
me
water.
topic. I
interject right
don't
quick,
agree.
Samantha. Let me interject right quick.
You trying to
So
say my real name like that
let's
means
take it.
something? Yes, I'm
Let's take it
Samantha.
away.
He needs
Hold on.
some milk.
Okay, let's take it away from something like an AB, right?
Buttermilk.
If a
Who are
mother
teaching you?
loses
Homeschool,
a mother,
Miss Homeschool.
What
Because I
was
hope you're not
that,
teaching
bro?
your kids what you learned.
He got
oh
her by a
Miss
Jesus,
string,
Homeschool.
boy.
Just go ahead, let them explain J.A. Hustle or whatever.
That's most
Thanks,
definitely
J.A.
my.
Hustle.
That's most
I,
definitely my
so
squeeze.
Before you come for
if you
me,
if you take away the AB, right? Let's say
We got a
a
doctor here.
mother.
We might get help. My bad. Go ahead.
a
Let's
doctor
say
is
a
still
mo-
not a death doer.
How
A
you
doctor is
doing?
one thing, but a death doula is a whole different situation. So a doctor won't be able
But
to
let,
speak on
but
a
let's
death.
J. What the heck? You got something to say about everybody? Dang, my
No, because a
God.
death doula is
He's a
way
life
different from a
doula.
doctor.
She thinks she's the main
That's our arch
character.
nemesis
She's
right
a
there.
panel dueler. All right, go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
Jay.
but a doctor won't be
Yeah,
able
you
to speak
funny,
on
bro.
that
That is our arch fucking nemesis.
Go ahead, J.A. What you
because even
got? You
doctors
said
have
you got to
hard
finish
times
it.
with
Let me
death.
get
So
Dr.
Doctor
in.
knows all.
no,
There
you
you
don't.
go. All right, I'm want you
Yeah,
to put
yes,
the
I
suit
do.
on
You
when
better
it
watch
comes
your
to
mouth
this
when you're talking to
thing.
me, boy.
So,
Oh
J.A.
no! What?
Show
What?
some
Hey
respect to the
yo!
doctor, boy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Call
we
you
got you.
boy.
Hold up.
see how y'all was trying to take up for him, and he come
You're
up here
gonna
calling
bend
y'all
over. You're gonna
boy.
take this slow.
Yeah, I'm glad I
There
stopped
you
right
go.
before there. I
That's what
caught
y'all
the
get.
doctor on the
There you go,
doctor.
boy.
No, that's what y'all get. Y'all trying to be
We dealing
funny.
with you, so that we good enough already. So, J.A., what you got?
The difference is like doctors don't fully understand like the grieving process itself because they're not
Yeah, only you know.
made for that. No, not me. No, not just me.
Death
They're not
doulas.
equipped with that. They're just equipped to deal with the circumstances at the
Funny, bro.
hospital. That's it.
What?
Not the after process.
Oh, not in the spiritual realm.
Because think about it, they're meant to help you while you're here. That's what a doctor is for.
And
That's
when
it.
you
They
I
leave
don't
die,
be
you
they
on
while
can't
you're
do
here.
here.
What about
nothing.
a psychologist is considered a
Oh,
doctor too.
They leave you
So
when you die. They don't really care
real
about you like
talk.
that.
When you die, a doctor can't help you. Or
Yeah,
shit.
Mr. Baltimore.
real talk.
Mm-hmm.
She got a point
Why just had
there.
to get excited before I had to go to bed, man?
I've been had a point.
I might end up squeezing another half hour.
Girl,
Boy.
you trying so hard in these comments. Watch your mouth.
When you don't got a pulse, you cannot be
Watch your mouth.
helped.
You don't know who you talking to.
Even
Watch
by
your
a
mouth.
doctor, you're done.
You are
She's a
locked
dead
in.
doula, bro.
She's locked in. She gonna get locked up playing with me.
Nah, she wouldn't. Ain't no. You got shit.
You
Hey,
a
so
fat or
they got to
something?
go through me first, though. But
Let's do a different question, no?
what we got?
I ain't gonna lie, the feminine calm is killing me. The Rachel is killing it with the feminine calm in the comments.
She can't kill me.
I said she's killing me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be all right. What are matter of fact? Since you know so well, what are the
I'm
grievous stages? I
definitely
want
the
to
go.
ask you
Thank you,
this.
Rachel.
I think you can answer this perfectly, Sam. What is the
I've been
grievous
trying to
stage?
answer the questions, but y'all was trying to be funny. Y'all couldn't let me
Oh
get to
my
the whole other
gosh,
question.
bro,
Stop blaming us. Huh?
I'm
Angel,
not blaming y'all.
Angie, you following and unfollowing me and stuff? What the hell? I could have sworn you just followed me yesterday.
So what question do you want to
You
ask
gotta pick
me?
your
And
mind
is this
up.
a real question or are you trying to be funny?
It's what a real question.
The question that you said you wanted to ask, is it real or is it a sarcastic
The
question?
question is on the prompt. I said, is there real grieving stages?
Oh, I've
If
been
so,
answered
what
that.
are the stages?
I had answered that earlier, but
Yeah, I want you to break it down in more detail. You know, I'm a
That's
detailed
why
type
you
I
of
don't
want
have
person.
time to
Angel
be. I don't have time for this
Fire.
live to turn into like this
I mean,
whole
you had
joke.
enough time.
I
You've
thought
been
this was
talking
a
all this
real
time. You got
conversation.
plenty of time. And you
Well,
made me
yeah,
stay up past
I don't
past
want to
time.
hold the line up because I was just trying to go through all the questions and answer it. But if you really want me to answer that question, like for real, I answer it. Like not trying to be funny because grief is something you
Yes,
can really joke
I was
about.
not fakely asking you that. I want you to
Yeah,
answer
because it's
it.
really not nothing to laugh about or joke about. But
No, it's
like I
talking about the
said,
goat voice or different.
the different stages is like I said, the first stage is like you having to just accept that it happened. Like whether it's a relationship being lost or like somebody is passing, you have to come to the terms that it's not what it was no more. They're not going to be here no more, or you're not going to be in a relationship with that person no more. And this is your new reality. You have to face that fact that if your mother passed away, you won't get a call from her no more. You won't be able to hear her voice like that no more unless you got her maybe on like a recording or something. You have to face the fact that it's a different life now you're living. That's the first step. Acceptance.
Acceptance is the last one. The first one is denial.
Well, no, that's my point. That's my point that I'm trying to make. In order to heal it, to be in the good, the positive light,
Oh,
you
so it
have
can
to
get healed.
accept it. You have
What?
to
It can get
accept
healed.
it. No, okay.
So
Let
it
me
can't
let
get
me.
healed or it can get healed.
What? You
Can
can't
I
take it
finish
back. We
my?
don't even want to hear no more,
No.
Sam. You already messed up already.
My point that I'm trying to say is
I said
Nah,
it
you
can't get
messed up,
healed or it can get healed.
Sam. You say you can
y'all
heal
keep
from
trying
I
to
it?
heard
over
a healing.
talk me instead of
I
We
heard
get
a
it.
healing.
We
listening.
Oh
heard it.
This is
yeah.
y'all
Get out of here.
childish.
Get out of
Y'all
here.
childish. Y'all grown
Never
men. That's
would
bad.
have made it.
Y'all
Hey,
childish, bro.
Rachel,
Like
should have been
y'all
With
quiet,
grown
all
men.
Rachel.
you.
Y'all grown men.
We
Stop
would
being
have lost it
childish.
all.
Like, stop being childish. If you're talking about the
She said
the
that
positive
we could
steps to take, you have to
help.
accept it
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
I did not say you. This is the thing. When you're trying to
Hey
get
man,
on a
look at
better
God,
path.
John.
Yo, that's what you get for being
Oh
a
my
goat.
God, y'all
Like, that's what you get
childish.
for
I
being
can't
a
believe
goat.
this
Like,
Oh
man acting like
my,
this.
it's
she
sheep in this
actually said
world
it
and it's
out her
goat in this world.
mouth.
I can't believe y'all acting like
I knew
this.
she wasn't
Would have
playing
been
with.
a
I knew
sheep.
it was something in that school that taught her something. I knew it. There we go.
Like, wait,
I'm proud of you. Hold up.
can we keep it real
I'm
right
She
proud
quick?
of
sacrificed
you.
the
Can we keep it
goat,
real right
bro.
quick, right?
That's what music said.
There is no such thing as 100% healing from somebody passing with a 100%.
You just keep contradicting yourself. What are you saying? So it's
Because
not.
Well,
y'all
I'm not
keep
even
over
taking it back.
talking me instead of letting me talk, instead of trying to be funny as
What the
grown
fudge?
men on a TikTok
What the
live.
refrigerator?
If y'all let me finish saying what I
I
had
think
to
I have
say,
heard of you before. You be on that divested side, don't
no,
you? I seen
no,
your
I
name
don't.
before.
I don't. I actually
Transgender.
don't.
Done as you
If you've
finish.
seen me before, 9 times out of 10, I was speaking facts wherever I was. But at the end of the day,
But
like I'm
you.
saying, it's acceptance. If you're trying to go in a positive light, you have to
Amen.
accept it.
Yo.
That's all you have to say. And
That's not healing. That's
I
not
accept
100%
that you
healed,
get what
though.
healing is. I accept that, man. You the
That's not
go.
100%. That's
You
not
the
100%
go.
healing, though. That's not 100%
Who the
healing, though.
goat? Who the
Not Sean
Right?
fudge?
come
You have
every
to
time you
accept
think
it
some
first.
smokers around here.
Because
Nah,
a lot of
Sean.
people don't accept it.
I'm about to end the
They
live on
still
your
think that
ass.
these
You done
people
popped
gonna
in
come
and
back.
out. Nah.
That's the problem. A lot of people don't get over that accepted stage. That's the first step.
I don't want to hear you messed up, Sam. You say you can
I
heal.
didn't
It's
mess up
over
nothing.
now.
I didn't say you can
Thank
heal it
you for
100%.
saying we can
But if you're trying to
heal
get better, if you're
today.
trying to get better, those are the steps you take.
Amen. Amen. So
But
everybody,
there's
you
no
heard
such
it
thing as
though.
100%
She finally
healing.
learned
Nah,
something in
say
that
it,
class that she was talking about. So we got it, yo. Let's say less.
That's not a. You trying to be funny,
Nah.
but
Ain't nobody
trust
being
and
funny. You're
believe.
telling the truth.
Trust and
And I've
believe.
been waiting on the
No,
truth.
I said that in
Yeah.
order for you to start
We done
going
read the
towards a
King
positive
James version,
direction,
girl. We heard
in
you.
order for you to start going towards the positive direction of the process, you have to accept it. But that's not 100% healing.
And I accept it. I accept your. I
That's not
accept it.
100% healing because once you accept somebody that they're gone, that doesn't mean that you're over it.
Except the
You just
1%.
accepted that they're gone.
Hey, I accept that.
1%.
Like,
Take it. Wait,
you
take
have
it
to
though.
accept it first.
Let's yeah, that's amazing. I knew she would come around. I knew it.
Well, y'all the ones that's sitting up here saying you can 100% heal from something that you can't.
Ooh, there you go, my boy. Get it. He
It's
get it.
acceptance.
But you came on this panel.
I'm happy y'all having fun.
We never
But like I said,
would
it's not
have
100%
healed.
It's not 100% healed. You can't 100% heal from something that you can't fully
You still
understand.
talking, bro?
Yeah, I'm still talking because they trying to be funny, so I'm gonna be funny with them.
Ain't
Not
nobody
funny,
being funny.
though.
We agreeing with you. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
not agreeing with me because if
You
you were
made it,
agreeing
bro.
with
You
me, then you
said
would
acceptance
understand.
is a way, and that's
It's a
that's
part
all
that
I
it's
want.
a part of the healing
You told
process.
look. You told me the different stages because you learned it in that class of yours that
No,
you
that's
learned
not
that
even.
you
It's
said
not even that. Just
that you
it's not
said you
even
got
just
a
a class.
trophy in.
It's an
The cope.
experience. It's an
The cope.
You said it's
experience.
different stages, and you have
And I never
proven
even said.
the
I never even
point.
said I
Different
got a
cope.
trophy for anything. You don't get a trophy for something. That's y'all
You
point
get
problem. Y'all trying to be
backlashes.
funny. Y'all trying to be funny. You don't
You
get
get
a
a cup
trophy
of
for
blood.
it.
It's like, no,
You
I'm
got to
sorry.
go through it too in real life. You have to
All right, let me
actually
get
have
my two
experience.
two newcomers, my
Thank
two
you.
missing in action Maz. That's crazy part about it. Yeah, they don't love me no more. I thought so.
It's
I
no such
knew
thing as
it.
staying in one direction when you talk about death, John.
My two missing in action Maz. That's crazy work, man.
Look,
What
we're
up,
here
John?
now.
What
Totally
up,
not.
Shy?
Who the hell are you talking about missing in action?
Right,
Nah, y'all don't.
right.
I thought y'all had loved me, but y'all don't. Y'all like, nope. He's
You
not
don't
I've
enough.
even
been
go live anymore like you used to. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay. You
exactly.
got me. Okay. Don't say shh.
It doesn't even say laugh or
They muted
learn.
him.
Kev is live right now. It don't say nothing. So I
Okay.
don't know what to.
I take it back. Dang, put me on
Thank
spot,
you,
y'all.
Shane.
I'm gonna wait. I'm back at it, man.
Hey, John.
Well, I answer real quick. Tell you why
Hi, Rachel.
I kept going in and out because I didn't know how to answer none of this shit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and answer. Do we mourn for selfish reasons? Majority of the time, I have no idea. My shit come and go. I can't explain it. It just spare the moment. You know what I'm saying? I can't even explain this shit. I'm still learning the process of it my damn self. So I haven't done
Okay.
a
Can I
lot
ask
of.
you a question, Sean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do you feel like grief can 100% ever be over, or like you said, it comes and goes.
I
Morning.
can only speak. I can only
Okay, for
speak.
you, right? Do you
I can
feel
only
like you
speak for me.
100% ever be over it, or do you feel like it's gonna always come and go? Like,
And morning.
stages.
Each time it get better, so you can't ever forget about someone. So it's gonna always be there. But I don't think I would
Exactly.
have. I don't think I would have those emotional. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think I would have those emotional.
Right, you don't know.
I don't.
But at the same time, though, is there ever going to be a moment where it's like you won't miss them? You never miss them ever. You think it'll ever come to a moment where you just never miss them?
Nah, I don't think. Yeah, that'd be crazy if you just forget something like that was like. Yeah, I think that'd be crazy to just forget about somebody.
Okay, then. So that's my point. Like that's my point.
I don't
So my
think
point is
nobody was
proven.
up here denying that part.
That's the part
Never
that y'all
knew
was
me.
disagreeing
I
with
don't
me
know what the
on.
heck she
That's the
trying to
part that
dig
y'all
for
was
that one.
disagreeing. That's the part that y'all was trying to disagree with me on. That
No,
it'll one
you
day
said
be
people got to
over.
be stuck mourning the rest of their
I never
life.
said people have to be
You don't
stuck
know what
mourning. I
grief
never
means.
said that.
Griefologist, you the
I
one
never
said.
said that. I never said that people will be
You
stuck
say you got to
mourning. I
grieve
said
the
that
rest of
people
their
go
life.
through
We
different
disagree with that. We
stages.
say
Go the hell
eventually
out.
you're
That was
going to
your whole
respond to
premise.
it differently.
Okay, whatever. He just proved my point, so y'all could continue.
Hey, yo, what
Cool.
she is, a
I'm
griefologist
glad that
or what
he
else?
said it to put for you to actually hear somebody. Go ahead,
No,
griefologist.
he said what I said. Y'all was saying something
Oh
different.
my
He
gosh,
did
no,
not
Sean,
say what you
Sean
said,
taking all the
man.
credit. I'm giving it to him.
He also
She
didn't
a
finish
He said what I
talking. He
said.
started asking
He
questions.
said that
Tell
he would
Sean what
forever
you
miss this
is.
person. He said he would forever miss this person. That's my point.
Who
Miss,
said
we
they
agreed
don't?
with you when we
Missing
said
mourning is
miss.
Hold
different,
up. Do
though.
you
We agreed,
think
right.
grief and
We
missing
agreed with
somebody
you.
is the same thing?
Yes, it's they're not hearing me.
No.
Griefologist. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, what type of
Grief
school you
and
went to?
Hey,
missing
y'all
people
I don't
remind
go
know.
me to
hand in
never take
He
hand.
was
that
in
class.
remedial class.
Yo,
Grief
why you ain't
grief
just
and
take
missing
regular
people go
classes
hand in
like
hand.
U.S. history and stuff?
Grief
Like,
and
I've
why
never
not
took that
missing
math?
class.
somebody goes hand in hand. Why are y'all
Why
trying
you
to
ain't
tell
just
me
take
it
Missing
doesn't?
math?
someone
She
else.
a dark doodler.
No,
Fuck.
grief and missing people goes
You
hand in hand.
skipping
I don't know
Jim
why y'all
Gardner
trying
and
to act like it
alien shit?
doesn't.
Like what?
Can I
It
talk?
goes hand in hand. I
I
don't know why
Can I
miss.
y'all trying to
Hey,
talk?
act
I
like it
miss my
don't.
baby Rachel up there, man. I don't think I'm grieving.
Y'all trying to be funny,
What
but I
happened,
know what I'm
Rachel?
talking about. I'm the one who actually took
Evan.
the
Who
class, so
taught
how
her
y'all
the
trying to
same
tell
lady that was
me?
giving abortions illegally?
That's a
I don't
bullshit
understand why
ass
y'all
lesson
trying to
too.
tell me, but I'm the one who actually know what I'm talking about. I
I
studied
forgot. Yeah,
it.
you took that school class. Yeah, I
I
got
You
you.
really
studied
paid for
it.
that
Y'all
class?
going based off
That's
of
what you learned?
You
anecdotal, but
study
I'm going
and
off of
Do you
study.
know
Y'all
any
can't tell me
necromancers?
shit.
Do you know
You
any
might as well be a
necromancers?
coroner.
My thing is that has nothing to do with that. You trying to be funny, talking
Who,
about
me?
necromancers, but
Can
death
someone
is
else talk,
the
please,
most
Sam?
normal thing in the world. It's not taboo.
So necromancer and death not the same? No, what the hell?
No, it's not the same thing. What are you talking about? See,
So
that's
you a death
uneducated. You're
doula?
so
Yo,
uneducated. Go
we see the
research.
delusion.
Just trying to
Yo,
get
brother
educated,
Samuel,
asking
please talk.
questions.
nah, you just gon'
She
you just
Okay.
delusional.
straight
You
up.
so
Oh,
uneducated. Go look
oh
it
my
up.
She
gosh,
living
Sam!
under her own delusion,
Come
bro.
on, y'all.
This
Come
Somebody
on,
man.
else,
y'all.
man. Somebody else.
Let the
Okay.
lady.
And another person haven't even answered it. Only Sean did like half of it. So
Yeah.
you could actually do all of them, man. Cause I gotta go to bed. You can do all of them.
All right. What am I on now? Why is grieving healthy?
Mm-hmm.
I would. Hold on. Let me make sure I got them both right. Mourning is when you. It's internally, right? If I'm not mistaken, and grieving is outwardly, right? How you outwardly express it.
We
That's a
ain't asked
good. That's
that though
nice.
today.
Okay,
That's okay. I like how you did
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah. I
think
think
that's nice.
I could. It could be the opposite way, but I do
I
think
think
one
you
of.
might be right though. I think it might be right.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I look it up. Let me look it up too.
I
Grieving, I think of like crying. Mourning is like you trying to move forward. So yeah.
one of them is
Right.
outwardly, and
Mourning
one
is
of
a
them is
process because you're
internally.
moving forward. Correct. And grieving is like like actions, I guess.
It's like ruminating. Yeah.
Why is grieving healthy? Man, I don't know, kid. So I'm still going. Hey, I don't know how to explain. I told you I don't know how to explain none of this shit. It's all new. I ain't researching. Is there really grieving stage? That's another motherfucker. I don't know. I can't really tell you. When can grieving hurt or become dangerous? Damn, I ain't know it become dangerous. I ain't got to that point yet. I don't know. I'll let you know when it happened when I hurt somebody. What would be your best advice to overcome grief? I don't know, man. I'm still going. I don't know what the hell I'm going through. It's a random thought just happened out of nowhere. And then I just feel some emotion. Sometimes I could get past it, then sometimes I break down. But it don't consume me. It doesn't like dictate my day to day. So it's just like a come and go thing. You know what I'm saying? But coming, it's like I know when it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna have like a serious breakdown. So
Or you
sometimes just
gonna
come
need
out of
to
nowhere, but
grieve.
it's not like it consume my goddamn.
Sean, how long ago did you lose someone?
2022, September 11th, 2022.
Close.
Yeah.
And that's still pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just lost someone the beginning of this year, in February.
Well, y'all still need to grieve.
Exactly. And
Still need to
some
grieve
people say that
until
that's
I
why
don't.
you
I don't
gonna get
believe
to a
that
point
it's. Yeah, I
where
don't.
you
I don't
pop.
believe that though.
some people
Nah,
say
you
that
said,
Ain't
Sean,
nobody
you
you should
happy.
be
just
over
said,
it by now.
Sean, brother Sean, you just said you feel like you're gonna get to a point where you pop and all this other stuff is just spilling out here and there for real. Basically, was what you saying. So you need to take that time to go on a side target family or to go to your homeboy, homegirl, wife, whatever, and to get that shit out for real. Call that shit by name, say it out loud for real. Throw it in the water, burn
I,
it, do whatever you gotta do.
yeah,
You
But
free.
y'all
I
acting like
think
it's
that's the
something that
part.
can be
Hold
exterminated.
on, yeah,
It's a normal
hold on. Let me
feeling.
explain.
Let him
Hold
explain.
on. Let me explain that. Let me explain it. I'm gonna say it. I lost a child, right? So I don't think that's something that
He
you
was
can
waiting for you.
always just get out.
Didn't I just
So
say that?
Right.
when you say you it's something you need to get out, I don't think that's something that someone could get
I
out
ain't
Mm-hmm.
saying
And
because
erase it.
my
I
point is
don't
that's
mean
proof.
erase it.
And my
I
point is
definitely
proof.
don't mean
man.
erase it.
Why
Let
you
people talk their
Yeah,
real
I
quick
interrupting
though,
like
again,
man,
King.
because
bro?
he literally getting
And
somewhere. I
my
like what
point
he's
is
saying though.
proven.
Let him
Right,
finish.
please.
Okay, yeah, it ain't something that you could get out because if you lose, I don't know. I think that's different. I don't know if that's different. Losing a child, losing a parent, losing a brother, losing a friend. I don't know. I just know you lost somebody. You lost somebody. So to me, I thought I was done up until I had a breakdown the other day, and I thought I was gonna make a funny ass TikTok video, and then the video just turned to me, goddamn, just tears start coming out. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck going on? So to me,
Mm-hmm.
I think I got so much stuff. I wouldn't even consider it built up. It just happened, and then I think if you truly love
Right.
someone, it bring out those emotions. But once again, it don't consume me to where day to day I can't get past and live my life. I enjoy my life, but every now and
Right.
then some shit will happen, and I'm like, okay, well, damn, okay, let me enjoy this moment. Let me sit here in this moment, get it over with, and then go on about my day.
And Sean, I'm so happy
Yeah, I
that you
get
just
that.
said this because that's the point I was trying to prove. Like, it's not gonna always be like this ugly, crowd depression, but it's definitely gonna hit you at moments, like even good moments. Like maybe y'all had a favorite park and you go to that park, and then you just be like, man, I wish they was here. That's still grieving because it doesn't have
Well,
to be super ugly to be grief. Like
we
grief
were
is
trying
not
to
just this
explain to
ugly
her
thing.
that it's
You
not
weren't trying to
healthy
explain nothing to me
to
because you couldn't explain
always
nothing to
be
me.
in
I
grief.
explained to you.
That's what we were trying to explain. So it's not healthy
He
to
just
Why
said
always
she
that.
so
be
He
in
just
grief.
said that
masculine,
he is
Having
going to
too
be in
much of
grief for the rest of his
anything
bro? Why
life.
you
is
mad
not
masculine? That's
good
why you
for real.
single.
No, this man said that he's going to be in grief for the rest of his life. He lost
That's
his
not. Why are
child.
you putting words in his mouth?
Hold
He
on,
This
just
man
said
whoa.
literally
not
just
healthy.
said
Keep it
he
masculine.
don't
I
think
don't
he's
know if
ever
I
going to
said
be
this
able to get
part.
over
Hold
that.
on. Nah, I don't know if
Whatever.
I wouldn't say I said all of that like that. I don't know if it's grieving or mourning. I don't know what the fuck it is at this point. I
It
just
is
know
Mm-hmm.
grief.
that
Like that's what it
it
is.
She trying to
okay,
tell
well
you what you're going
I
through.
accept
That's
that.
crazy.
I
That's
think
Go
that
go ahead,
while
babe.
this is a TikTok live, these are people's real life, and he's literally talking about the loss of his child, and people keep interrupting him. So if you want an honest answer, you literally just have to be
Yeah,
quiet.
Sam just worried about winning right now. She don't care about it.
Like,
But go ahead,
dang.
that's
babe.
cool.
That's why I had to raise my hand, honey. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing is, it's very different for everybody. So while some people may take much longer, I have said my anecdotal experience that I'm able to get over it. I no longer wish. Look at that. She's coming off mute.
That's you though.
Look at.
I'm coming off mute because you proving my point. That's your
Oh
personal
my
opinion.
God.
You
He
proved
said
my
that's
point. Thank
you.
you.
Can I
She
finish?
do not like.
Nobody was
She do
disagreeing.
not like
He
that.
proved my point though. She said
You
that
don't really
she's
feel
one of the
that way,
rare
Rachel.
people in the world. She said no, she said that she's one of the rare people in the world who was able to get through it. And I'm so happy that she was.
Man,
Right? That's a beautiful
do
thing.
you
Right.
not like hearing people that heal?
No,
if
but that's a
she.
beautiful
I
thing.
wonder if she
Somebody work to
interrupts.
that.
I wonder if
Misery
she's
loves
always
company.
But
interrupting
she's
people
proving
who
my
that's
point.
grieving. Like
No, she's
somebody will just
proving
be
my.
grieving and she'll just interrupt
No, I'm
them.
not
Oh, she
interrupting
just running
nobody.
through
Actually,
funeral
believe it
homes
or
and
not,
shit.
interrupting
Bruh.
nobody.
Man, she's an
Somebody
But
clear
amazing
shit.
doula.
apparently, since you are Miss
Has
I
a
don't
lot
grieve,
of
I can interrupt you,
patience.
right?
Like
Since
she's
you're a
very
person
good.
who
Okay,
you don't
can I
grieve,
finish
right?
my thought, please?
You don't grieve, Miss I don't grieve.
Can I?
How
Okay,
old are you,
Can
Sam?
thank you.
I? Can I
You can
finish?
finish, Miss I don't
Can I
grieve.
finish? I can't finish because there's always an interruption. So,
Okay, Miss I don't
um,
grieve.
yeah, actually. So, for me, right? So what I'm saying is there are people's experience. I heard a statement earlier that was made that the grieving will never be over. That you will always think of that person and have a memory. And having the memory is grieving. So hold
That
on.
is.
I'm still talking.
If you're talking about me,
I'm still talking. I'm still talking.
Oh,
I'm
if
still
you're
talking.
talking
I'm
about me, I'm
still
gonna address it.
talking.
You
So,
go ahead.
anyways, oh my god. So, anyways, dang, losing the train of thought. Yeah, because earlier I heard that just looking at the picture and wishing the person is there. I'm speaking for myself. There are people who are able to not look at it that way. So when I do think of a memory, it doesn't even last. Like it's literally not, like it's non-existent. I don't wish the person is still here because I am happy for them. So like it's different for everyone, and that's okay.
I
It
feel
is,
that.
and I never
And,
disagreed with
and
that.
babe, don't forget you got so to even help them, right? I think of the major part is the belief. That's what it is. It's what you believe in. Also, you know that kind of change your perspective. That help you heal.
But
That
can
help
I
you
say
not
this?
view it
It
the
don't
same.
matter how spiritual you are, you gonna still cry.
Gosh, you the only one having the issue though with it.
Not
So
No,
quite.
because just because you think that they're
I
on a
think she
better
so
over
path in
what?
life and they're going to a better place, that doesn't mean that you're
You the one that
over
said
your
that you
human
be happy for
emotions.
people and mad that you happy for people too.
No,
I
I
mean,
never
so
said that.
like I
No,
said, we
you
not going to
said
study your
that
class. We
those
trying to
feelings. You said that
make
those
sure we
feelings can't
get
go
out that
together.
class that
You
you're
can
in.
be happy and upset for yourself at the same time. You could be happy for them and sad for you. That couldn't go together.
No.
Yes,
You
yes, it
said
can.
anger. You
Duh.
said
Like, what are you
anger.
talking about?
I
Because
never
you
heard
can be
nobody be
angry. You
angrily
can be
sad,
angry.
angrily happy for
For
somebody.
example, you can be angry how cancer took somebody,
That's
but you
like a
can be
straight
happy that
face.
they're not dealing with cancer no more. That can go together. What are you talking
What?
about?
Gosh,
You
bro.
can
All
be
right.
What?
angry.
Bro,
You
I
can
don't
be
even know at
Look,
this
angry
I'm
point.
that
glad you taught us
cancer
one
took
school to
somebody.
not go to. I'm so
This is
At
happy.
this
this
is what I
point,
don't
at
say.
this point,
You
I'm
can
gonna
be
just
angry.
agree.
You can be angry that cancer took somebody because like you hate cancer, right? But you can
Fuck
be happy
cancer.
that they're gone and not dealing with cancer no more.
I couldn't keep up again. Oh my god. What?
That's not hard to understand. I don't understand what y'all
I'm
trying so
smart,
hard
yo.
to
I promise I'm
misunderstand
smart.
me
What the
for.
fuck did you say?
I said what I said. If you were listening, then you would hear what I said. But you too busy trying to get a laugh and a joke.
No, I'm not. You
You
just
are
I
hurt
only
my
got 4
funny.
more
brain.
minutes,
Man, you're
man. That's my
bugging.
last few minutes,
Y'all
bro.
not even funny, so I don't get the point.
I get
You actually
everybody.
Hurt my brain.
But
But
like I said,
overall, like if you
That's
have the
like a
point of
rat
view,
being in
I'll
the
put it this
house.
way: is she
And
said religion don't
you
have a.
can
So
do
I would
that.
say, like, if you do believe, had to start and eventually like look at it as in like this person is at peace. This person is is in a better place in heaven and no longer stressing. I don't even think anger would even come out because you view it in that way and you really believe it, not
But
fake, not saying that. Dang, Sam the talker.
I'm
You need to
laughing
change your
because
last part of your
I'm
name.
laughing.
You
No, I'm
just
laughing because it's
yes,
funny that
laugh
even
on
Christians,
mute.
no,
Laugh
even
on mute. You be all
Christians,
right.
no, because even Christians
Laugh
still
on
doubt
mute.
that. Even Christians still doubt that. So
Laugh
you
mute.
just
I'm
say
not
that.
one of them Christians though. So take another study and study something else. I
Well,
don't
I
know
didn't
what
know
you're
you
talking
was
about.
Christian, but I was talking about those
Yeah,
Christians that
I'm a
people
Christian.
say that
Yeah.
okay, that's good, but
So
the
yeah.
ones that people
he's
say,
not
okay,
So
I
like
don't
I
listening.
said,
believe
He's not
your
listening
point
in
of
at all,
view
God.
bro. That's
because
crazy. Come on. Oh, bro.
your point of view is what help the healer. That's with anything though. And
That's
people that
right.
actually think like that, I would say
Definitely
that
got it
people that
wrong.
believe that you can never heal, they should never be in a relationship either, right? Because they
Hmm.
what
What
all
has
it's gonna
me?
take for them to get their feelings hurt one time and then they're gonna always keep remembering it. They're gonna always keep grieving it and keep mourning it and all the other stuff, or because they never found a way to look at things from a different point of view. So let me give y'all a cheat code on how to and that's what I had to teach
You can't
myself,
give
because I
nobody no
know
cheat code on
I
grief.
know it's
I'm
gonna be
sorry.
things that we
being
gonna go
selfish,
through. Hold
Harold.
up, let's go to Laugh and Learn School real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is really just changing your perspective, not getting that same feeling that you have since when it first happened. You know, that's with anything. That's also with how forgiveness, all that stuff, right?
Right.
Empathizing, right? Since these fake people be talking about empathizing and all that stuff, like really empathizing, just putting yourself in other people's shoes, not projecting, right? Because a lot of people think they're empathizing, but they're projecting. So they project what they feel on this unalive person. They person probably looking above me and probably, stuff like that. Like, no, that's what you whatever. But overall, it's about looking at it in a selfless type way, not because if you looking at it and this is something that you can't argue, you're not going to be angry. That's anybody. You're not going to be mad when you're looking at it a selfless way. How do you get mad when you hope the best for people?
But can
So
I ask you a
that's how
question
that
with
happened
that
though.
or
So
learn?
if you still mad at it, you're still in a selfish type way. That's the reason why you can't heal.
Okay,
So
but can I ask
amen,
you a question? Laugh or
amen,
learn.
amen,
What about a child, right? What
amen,
about a child who loses his mother? Would you tell that
amen.
child not to be angry?
You can come with 100 things though. Eventually, yes, I'm the type of person that always going to try to figure a way how to get from that locked up feeling,
Right, but I'm saying if a
regardless.
child was
I
going
had
through the loss of their mother, would you tell that child that they have no right to be angry because if they believe in
Who the
God,
heck
then they
said
know their
that?
mother?
Like,
But
I
I'm
don't know if you
saying
need to take another school because your
you're
communication
saying
is
that
crazy.
people should be angry
Your
if they
like
feel like the
hearing is
person
He
is
should
crazy.
going
be
through it.
angry
No,
all
but
his
you're
life.
saying
Like
that,
you think he should
and
be
I'm
angry
giving
all
you
his
and I'm
life?
giving
Like
you
what
an
the hell?
example.
He's
Like,
No,
but
I
angry.
didn't
life,
say
you
he
gotta
should be
realize
angry
life
his whole
move
life,
on. Like,
but
that's
he's the one
crazy.
who said he's the
You
one
think he
who
should be
said
in
that
grief
people
all his
shouldn't be
life?
angry. He's no, if you understand what I'm saying, right?
I feel
He
bad.
said that
I ain't gonna
people
lie, I
shouldn't
feel
be.
bad.
He said that people shouldn't be angry if they feel like you're going to a better place. Okay, but what about a child who doesn't
Y'all gotta
understand
realize
anger?
this is a signs of
You
people
gotta
that
grow
didn't
into an
properly
adult.
Yeah.
that
Duh.
didn't properly
Yeah.
grieve.
What
Like
about a
real talk.
Yeah.
child
That's
though?
all.
Because a
Oh, that's the
child
only
They
is
reason
gotta
going
why.
grow
to
into
talk
an
Yeah.
about
adult. You
that.
gotta
Hold up,
teach
Yeah.
y'all.
them.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I'm saying this. The reason why I only got her up here this long is that I want to show examples of grieving that's not proper grieving, right?
First of all, that's
Because
not true.
this
Because
ain't
I'm
no,
gonna
it
She's
give
the
ain't
you.
even
reason
to
I'm not
No,
laugh
up
I'm
at.
here.
It's
giving
not
you
even
what
nothing
you
to
did.
laugh at, but it's just
No, real
because
shit. Perfect example though.
it do show in many different ways, and when you only defending the part where why I should stay this way, this show that you didn't properly
No,
grieve,
because I
right?
just gave you a good
You
example,
didn't.
and y'all said that I was backtracking. I gave y'all a
Damn.
good example, and y'all said I was
And then my
backtracking when I
thing
said
is
you
her
have to
confidence
accept
is
it.
based on trying to be right. She been trying to do that the
No,
whole
I'm not
entire
trying to
day.
be right
So
no more because I
yeah,
know I'm right. Because the
yes,
man just came up here and said he
but
don't think
Gosh,
he will
bro.
ever get over his child's death. That proved my point.
Yeah, I'm never
That
getting
proved that
married.
my point right there. He said he don't think
I,
he would
I
ever
got
be
you. You
able to
won, Sam.
100%
You
get over
won.
it.
Damn,
You
listen to what he
won, Sam.
said,
That
bro.
was the point
You
that we
got it.
were trying to prove since the beginning, right?
Why
Y'all
she
said
so
that grief
aggressive, bro?
stops. He said that
Hold
his
on,
grief is still going on.
hold on. Let me say
Masking
this.
the woman.
I am
So
over the
y'all was
fact.
the ones
Hold
wrong.
on,
I
wait,
was
hold
right the whole
on.
You
time.
don't want to hear him correct you, do
Yeah.
you?
I am over the fact that it actually happened. I accepted that, right? It's no.
Thank you.
uh So I'm over that part, right? But
Baby.
when I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like I'm not over that part, right? I'm over the part that it happened, but it still don't take away that it happened. So
Exactly.
it's the experience. It's not the loss itself. It's how you experience everything that
Right.
happened
Exactly.
I
during
That's
feel
that
the
like he
point that
period.
I
look.
was
I feel
trying
like he
to make.
experienced hurt. I feel like he experienced loss, but I
You
do
can't
not
tell
feel
that
like he
man what
went
he
through
feel
grief,
though.
bro.
You
Sean,
cannot
bro,
feel that man. You
on some
cannot tell
real
that man
shit
what
for
he's
real.
feeling. How you
I'm
gonna tell this
talking to
man what he
Sean for
feeling?
real, but I'm
But
saying
how
like
you gonna
I feel
tell this
like he
man he
went through
not
the
She
I
loss.
don't
grieving?
want
think anybody's gonna
people to be
agree
B.
with
miserable
you
so
guys.
bad.
Nobody is saying nigga
Crazy.
feel how he feel. What are you talking about? I'm
You
just
said that
saying
he's
from a
not
perspective
grieving
for
no
real
more.
on some real shit. I don't even think he went through all the way to grief for real. Like punching the walls out or whatever the fuck for real. On some real shit.
But
Like
everybody's grief is different
B.
though. And some people don't get that type of grief. Some people
Correct.
don't get mad
Correct.
enough to punch the
Everybody's
wall.
shit
I'm not
different.
gonna lie.
Correct.
I believe because
He
I know
might
he a
get to it.
believer. I don't even think he gonna have to go through all those things.
Right.
Like
He
y'all be
probably won't even
pushing
get
This
on
that
might be his,
angry.
things.
it might be his
Y'all
grief.
be put. Hold
Everybody
on. Okay.
don't
Nah.
get that
Okay. Cool.
angry.
Cool. All
Everybody
right.
don't get that angry.
Hold up. I got you right now. You about to be angry right now. Yeah, because I'm done. All right. So the thing
Thank
the
you.
thing is that yeah, y'all pushing. That's why I said it's a projection, right? That's another sign. But I believe, because I know how Sean found many different ways to overcoming.
Cool.
He has a strong mind, and I believe that he don't have to do all them extra things that everybody talking about. You don't have to punch a wall and say I have to finally do that. This is stuff that people,
Yeah,
you know, I
I don't have
get
to
it.
do all that.
Everybody's different. What'd you say?
Yeah, I ain't got. You right. I ain't got to do all that. It ain't.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in time, right? It's not to say it's going to ever. I'm not saying that you're not going to remember it, but healing. What I view as healing is not treating it the same way or viewing it the same way when you first viewed it. I mean, because over time it's going to thinning up.
Correct.
You're
That's
going to
true.
feel sad. Like all of us done been through some things. Like I said, I lost my grandma at the beginning of this year. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, like, because I done seen, you know, so much different things that happened. Like, I mean, I think the heaviest one was my grandfather way before that. And that made me look at reality after that. I was like, hey, you know, and then what I do is I look at it that because of my belief system, I look at it, hey, you know what? You know, God still answered my prayers, and he answered actually the family's prayers. But you know, my grandma chose to handle it a different way, and this what just happened to happen, and it just taught me a life lesson. You know, and then it's not nothing for me to just sit here the rest of my life and be like, man, I can't believe this happened, because I'm not no longer looking at it from a selfish type lens. You know, I look at it. I always look at how I look at life is that, you know, everything happened for a reason. People is here for a season. And one thing we are all promised is that we're going to be unalive one day. But also, I have to say that yes, depending on the situation, it's going to be probably super heavy. Like I can't imagine right now if I was to lose my mother and all that. But eventually, because I'm the type of person I am, I don't want nothing chaining me. So I'm going to figure it out regardless, because I always like to live up to what I believe in. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
So I think everybody, huh? Go
I
ahead.
got a question for you. Do
Go
you
ahead.
think there's a different stage from someone who experienced a loss and someone who actually seen, you know, because some people see like
trauma.
Like some people see,
Sound like you about to
some
say
people see, like,
trauma. Yeah, it sound like a trauma.
some people see unalive, like they'll see somebody unalive like at the funeral, right? Do you think
Yeah.
there's a difference from you experiencing a loss and you actually seeing the loss experienced?
Yes. That's
Yeah,
trauma.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, different
So
levels. Yeah, I
what I
get
was
that.
saying,
But
what I
one thing
was
I
saying,
do
bro,
firmly
I
believe
wasn't.
that if you want to heal, people can find a way to heal. They can.
Yeah. So what I was saying for real, bro, I was trying to be on that tip for real, but I was going off of how what you said when you first hopped on. You feel what I'm saying, and how you get an example of how you know you have little spurts here or there for real, and you said that you feel like it might be something that comes in the end. So I was honestly just going off of, you know, the depiction that you gave me. So with that depiction is like that end, I would want you to be able to focus that end where you want it to go. You feel what I'm saying? To that whatever that ending is going to be, whatever that outcome is going to be that you put in my head, you feel me? You be able to, you feel me, go in that room and be like, oh, all right, I'm gonna control this end and make sure this happening right here or whatever it is. That's what I mean by grieving for real. That's what I was doing.
I accept that, but I think for me, I think the best way I learned for myself is instead of running away from knowing that anticipation is coming, for years I ran away. And now I just sit there, just enjoy the moment, and then move past it. So I don't run from it. So that was the first time I run from it.
That's right. That's very much. That's progress like a mug, brother. That's big progress. Big proud of you, bro. I can tell you got a strong mind, bro. Just off
I don't know what the heck Sam going through. She swears shine on her side.
Man, what? That's what
that
females
stuff,
be
man. I
doing
don't know what y'all
sometimes,
had
bro.
going on, Kev.
She wait for one word. She wait for you to say the word blue.
She
and
been
she gonna
tear,
hop
hey, she
on
tear
it.
anybody up that sound like that they healing.
Man, what? She's
But
like,
she
no, you're
just
gonna
wanna,
die one day.
I get the talking points though, but she don't realize that a lot of us already was saying the same thing as Sean, or she
Yeah.
just overmissed it because we was coming more of a ending result of like that is possible that we're not sticking in it, and then it's like she missing the part that you even mentioned that you're not going to stick in it or even treat it the same way. It's just you're not going to forget it, and I think we all said the same thing. You're not going to forget it. We're
Yeah,
humans.
everybody said that.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people just don't know how to have conversations that come to a conclusion. They don't know how to be on one side and have the people on the other side, and then had a small debate, and then be like, oh, all right, your side is valid, agree to disagree, or I come over to your side or you come over to my side. That's how
The
a
thing
full
is, she said mourning and remembering are the same thing. They're completely different.
She's gone and like she was going to. That's what happened.
That's
She
the
was just going to
main. That's
go in
the
a
main
million
concern.
circles. She was just going to keep
Yeah.
going in circles no matter what because she just didn't want to be wrong or right. You know what I'm saying?
It is
She
all
was
right though. Like
just going to
sometimes
keep going
people
in
gotta.
circles.
It was
That's
never
people's
that
coping.
serious,
Look,
bro.
that's
That's the main
sometimes that's
thing.
people's coping
Coping
mechanism
mechanism.
nowadays is to be right. I mean, that's just what
Always.
it is. You know, some people don't properly.
A
I guess
lot of
properly
times.
if it's a proper way to do it. I heard that term though, but I guess it should be, you know, something called because I think that yes, even God allows us to grieve and mourn, but
Right.
he also like, okay, from that
Not in
point, don't
heaven, but
you know what are we gonna do with it? Like heaven, you ain't gotta really worry
right.
about that. You can feel sorry. I mean, you probably gonna be sad, but
Right.
I don't think I don't know
That
about
go
that.
back. That goes back to what
It's
I be
not
saying
always.
for real. It's
It's
just a
not always
But
proper
gonna
let
be
me
amount for
sunshine. You
real.
know what I mean? It's
real
always gonna
quick,
be
y'all.
rain and sunshine.
Heaven is
So
dead.
Yeah, real quick, y'all. I gotta let these other two go, then I gotta call it Rainbow and Heart BB. So Heart BB I seen first, and then Rainbow.
So I just, just sharing from my own life's experience. I'm 40 at this moment. I think grief is a lost potential of what could have been. Um, it is an organizing principle of why am I this way? Well, I'm grieving. You can grieve the lost potential. You could grieve a country of origin. So that in itself is not allowing like a radical acceptance of what has transpired.
Mm-hmm.
So by allowing yourself to feel these emotions, the body kind of pushes it away. It's like you don't want to go there. But I think therapy, what it does, it allows that internal energy to subside simply by talking about it and allowing yourself to process the emotion because time doesn't heal grief, loss, unhealthy dynamics.
Okay. All right. Rainbow, what you got for me? And go ahead and close it out. Dang, I got 1% on this phone. Huh.
Actually, you better put that shit on the charger.
I'm gonna be mourning.
I was going to kind of go with the third one. I'll make it quick because I know you say kind of want to wrap it up. So, third one where it says,
Baby, you better charge that phone up. You know I'm about to call you.
when can grieving hurt or become dangerous? It becomes dangerous or hurt could become dangerous when everything about your current daily life after said grief is, centered around that, right? And I'll give you an example. I'll give you two examples, actually. So, my shitty roommate I used to have, he still ain't shit. He had, we took him in to, because he needed to get back on his feet. Yeah, whatever. And he used to have a boyfriend who got into a car accident and he died, right? Or unalive, sorry, I apologize. And that was 6 years ago. And he still talks about it. Now, if it was like, oh, he's my soulmate, he was like the one, I understand, sure. But it's been 6 years. You know what I'm saying? On the opposite side of that, I have my mother, where she lost her mom, her dad, and one of her brothers in the span of 1 month. Right? And for a solid year and a half, somewhere around there, just didn't want to talk, didn't want to get up from the bed, didn't want to do nothing. And she got past it, because this was a couple years ago. She got past it. She said, look, I just got to keep going, do what I do. And one thing she does a lot is work. So that's like, quote unquote, a distraction. But, she got past it because she had a different mindset. A lot of times, grief is like more of a mindset than it is anything else. If you can't mentally get past that grief, you can't like you're stuck, like it's over for you, right? But if you could get past it in a healthy way, because you can't just get past it, you have to get past it in a healthy way. As long as you get past it in a healthy way, however long that takes, is however long it takes. Just don't let it be too long, because then at that point it simmers and breaks you down when you don't even notice it does. That's what I gotta say about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Any last calls for the alcohol? No. Baby, main thing. Which one?
Well, nothing. If you're asking me.
Oh, Rainbow.
I'm just gonna say we about to grieve this live and say good night.
It wasn't a long time. Thanks for having me on
I
regardless.
catch y'all.
Oh, that's so nice. Make sure you come
What?
back, Rainbow. No,
Oh,
he said I'm happy to be here regardless.
oh yeah. Well, appreciate you.
Glad you brought me in. You might see me. Kind of depends.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Good night.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, babe.
Probably on Wednesday. What'd you say, babe?
No, said talk to you later, babe.
Okay, talk to you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, almost did our unprofessional move, boy. Almost messed up.